All right, we're live now. Uh, Hello everyone. When they tune in, uh, Chris Graff's here, obviously, and this is the presidential tour. So I'm gonna let him introduce himself real quick.
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm the presidential tourist here on YouTube. It's always great to be talking to my friend Chris on one of his live streams.
I appreciate you coming on tonight.
Of course.
So in this stream, basically what we're gonna be talking about is I got some TTM autographs. As you know, I collect those. I went out to dinner today. Had a buffalo chicken wrap. Unfortunately, I did not make a video, but I did pick up a chocolate chip cookie that they
That's good.
had. So I'm gonna save that for later when I get off. Some recent autograph pickups, and then talk about the presidential tourist videos. Definitely check out his channel. Great channel. So check his out,
Thank you.
and then let Mike talk for a couple minutes. See what he wants to talk about.
Oh, go ahead. You want me?
Yeah, if you want to just talk quickly. Yeah.
Oh well, let's talk about a couple recent videos I did. I've been doing some more haunt attractions that they have. Where you go through like where scare actors are and everything. Did about 4 or 5 this year, which is definitely more than I've done in the past. I wanted to do more, but with Hurricane Milton and then some other personal stuff, I haven't been able to get to as many as I want. But they're always usually pretty cool to go to, and I got invited to several media events with a lot of them this year, which was really awesome. Most of the time, haunts are very peculiar with you filming. Usually they only let you film if you're there like a media day or something which I feel kind of funny describing myself as a member of the media, but I guess technically we are as YouTube creators, influencers, I guess is another term we could use. But anyways, I got invited to a couple of media events, which was really cool. Got to film some things that you normally can't film, and you'd be so surprised the amount of work that goes into like planning these haunts, because not just the general setup, but a lot of it takes weeks and weeks and weeks, some months and months and months of build time, and each of them have to have like a lore or a story behind them. Well, anyways, one of them that I got to do takes place at a former county jail. And anyways, after doing that haunt, I was able to get access through a connection there, a tour of the rest of the facility. And I got to go in like the solitary confinement areas. I got to see a lot of the facility that you didn't see on the haunted jail tour that they have there. So that was really cool. They're going to be tearing that building down, unfortunately. So they're going to lose a lot of history there. It's very interesting place. That video is on my channel. It's over an hour long, but there was nothing there I could really cut out. It's just so cool to be able to film that place, especially being that I think I'm the only one that really did that. And before you know it, that building's going to be gone. So that's really cool. Just wanted to mention that. I actually have another abandoned video coming up that I finished filming a while ago, but I just haven't got up till now. And that video was months in the making because it involved a rather large place to film. And that's another longer video too. I did cut a little bit out of that, but not too much. But that video will be coming up in a couple of days. I'm not going to do too much abandoned stuff because there's a lot of issues with that, safety, legal issues. So when I get a chance to explore an abandoned place with the permission, it's pretty exciting because now I don't have to worry about a lot of that. But I have that coming up, and of course, always theme park stuff and a lot of other things. My channel is a variety thing, which I think is important to do because when you do a whole bunch of variety of subjects, you're able to keep up content more than compared to say a niche area. But
yeah,
it could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing, because some channels that are a very niche thing do really, really well because people know to go there. Like there's this camping channel that I watch. He does stealth camping and other camping related stuff. he has like way over 1 million subscribers because he focuses on just that. So sometimes concentrating in a small area can be good, but also it's harder to keep up the content as much because that's why I like a variety of stuff. But I have a lot of stuff in the pipeline coming up, and that's about it with that.
Yeah, I want to say I'm not gonna say what it is because I want you guys to check his video out. But all I can say is I hope they save those doors. You know.
Oh yeah, I hope so. I was telling the officer or the deputy who gave me the tour, try to make sure that they do that. But we'll see, because I know getting those doors out of there will be quite an undertaking because they're solid, like
heavy.
steel, and they're very heavy. And I point things out to him, like he mentioned, there's this piece of equipment in there that's really old. It probably was from like the 80s, and he was saying he really hopes that they save that because it would be a really cool museum piece. I mean, there was that one cell I went into. They had these metal picnic tables, and I told him that would be cool for a museum too, where the prisoners or the inmates would sit, play checkers and stuff. I mean, there's so much there. I think that people would like to see. I would really hate for it to be thrown out or scrapped.
Yeah,
I can imagine the scrap metal in there would be immense because there's so much of that building felt just solid. And surprisingly, for it mostly being abandoned, not 100% abandoned, they used it a bit for storage, and then they had that haunt every year. But for the most part, for what it was, it's an abandoned thing. The air conditioning worked really well in there. I was surprised.
Oh, wow.
I went in the, there's a section in the walls you can go to. I forget what he called it, a pipe something. Basically, it was for maintenance and for people to go behind the cells so they're safe from the prisoners to fix stuff. But it was a very narrow corridor like this.
Yes.
Surprisingly, it was very cool in there, temperature-wise. You'd think that'd be hot. And it was just, I got a lot of Shawshank Redemption, Alcatraz vibes. Like Andy Dufresne is going to break through the wall and bust through that poop pipe, or Eastwood's going to come through there to escape or something. It kind of got that like feeling.
Yeah, I remember you said that in the video. Have anybody escaped? And you didn't know, but I remember that you said that.
I read this news article, and I supposedly, from what I understand, someone did escape there once. I mean, how you would escape from that place, I don't know. I mean, the cameras and the doors and everything, it'd be very tough. But it was a cool place to visit, but a very sad place because you're not there for a good thing. Yeah.
So do you know what they're going to build there once they tear it down? Is it going to be another jail, or what is it,
No, supposedly the courthouse needs the room for something. So I don't know exactly what. I don't think there'll be jail specifically, but somehow the courthouse, because the current courthouse is across the street. I point out in my video is that really big building. Yeah. So maybe they need more administrative stuff. I'm not sure. Interesting. The old courthouse before that, it's a museum now. I actually vlogged it. You can go into where the courtroom and the judge used to sit and everything. That's there too. But I mean, I asked him to let me know when they're going to knock it down. He wasn't sure when it was going to happen because I guess it already supposed to have started, but it didn't. So we'll see. You've been hearing rumors for years about them doing something with that building, and looks like it's finally going to happen. But until it starts, we just don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, I was glad they gave you a tour of it. Like they said, once it's gone, it's gone. So I'm glad they let you go through there.
Me too. I didn't think it was ever going to happen. I thought about that for years, and luckily I was able to get with the right person at the right time to be able to do that. And especially to see sections that I never been in. And some of the sections that because they always change the haunt every year, and they would do something like different paths. he actually got to go to the old sections that they had the haunting before. And he still had like a lot of the decorations up and everything. So you got to see like that too, which was pretty cool. I just wish we could have gone to the third floor, but he couldn't get the door open.
Yeah, I thought, yeah.
Or he didn't have the right key. I guess there's other keys, but they kind of been lost. I'm not sure where it is because he said the third floor is where the sheriff's office, the actual sheriff's office, used to be a long time ago.
I didn't notice, but what were the keys like? Were they regular keys or were they big keys? Did you notice?
They were big, thick, heavy keys.
Yeah.
You know what a skeleton key looks like?
Yeah, yeah.
Just imagine a lot bigger, heavier, thicker one. I made sure I told him make sure they save those for the museum because they look really cool, you know.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But we got to see most of it. Interestingly, solitary confinement that is considered the basement, but we're not. It's not like a basement like at your place where you go pretty much fully underground. It's only like that floor is only like a couple feet into the ground, but they still consider it a basement, which basements here in Florida is like really rare. The old courthouse where the museum is now, they have one, but they unfortunately would not let me go down there at the old courthouse. But you don't see a lot of them because they leak because we're in the sand and something. The only other place, like I said, we couldn't go on the third floor at the jail. And because of that, I asked him if we can possibly go into the roof. I kind of like really wanted to go up there and see what it looked like.
Yeah.
That was the only place he thought, I don't know, because he might not have had a key for it because since it hasn't been a regular jail for a long time, you know, things get misplaced. And I asked him about the security system, and he says, no, the cameras no longer work, which makes sense because it's no longer a jail. You don't really need the cameras anymore, even though they're still there.
I remember you asking him that. Yeah.
It was an interesting experience. I think that was probably one of the best videos I ever done. One of the ones I'm most proud of because it's something that a lot of people don't get a chance to do. And
exactly.
It was just cool. Like I said, I made it being the only one that really did a more of a comprehensive tour of that facility. A lot of people, unfortunately, don't care. And but I know he was pretty happy I did it. And I'm sure there's going to be other people who works through the sheriff's office to be happy too, because a lot of them have memories of working there. Like that's one of the places that Sheriff Grady Judd started at. He had some experience. There. Actually, Judd was there a couple of days before I was because they had a local news affiliate there, and he was showing them around a little bit, answering some questions. I think I posted the link to that on that video. But I've met Judd a couple times over the years. Not for a while, though. He's probably the most famous sheriff in America now. I know he appeared the major news networks a lot compared to others.
Yeah. And I also like the that Halloween one of like where you did a puzzle, but you wasn't really good at the puzzle, but that video, you know, that's a good video.
Yeah, that was Ominous Descent. What the problem is with that escape room thing, if I didn't have the camera with me and I had another person, it would have been easier. Plus, my eyes aren't exactly the best anymore. What I should have did when I tried to figure it out is put the camera down at like an angle so it films the room, and then I figure it out. It's just a pain to be doing this and trying to look through clues. I'm glad I got to show that. I wanted to film more of these escape room things. The problem is a lot of them are very much against you filming. Because I've tried some of them, and they really don't want you to do it. So I'm going to eventually try a new tack and see if they will let me tour one and ask questions about the business, but not actually show the clues and everything, because it's actually a very cool idea. I never did one before that, but some of them are really very in depth. And I did see a few videos of some of them, but it's a cool idea, and some of them are really highly detail themed. Like there's some places that have like a zombie one, and you have all these cool sounds and stuff going on, like you're really in a zombie apocalypse or other themed stuff. I don't know if they have. I don't know if they have any around you, but here in Florida, they seem to be decently popular. Because I've looked up and I've seen several of them, not like horribly far from me.
Well, that's pretty cool. Yeah, like you said, I can see why they don't want you filming now, because like you be filming and everybody else knows how to do it. You know.
Yeah, it takes away from it. But like I said, I may eventually try to get a tour of one and maybe interview an employee about the business. I kind of like to ask them about that too. But maybe one of them will eventually let me do that without like showing secrets of it.
Yeah, and I also like the big alligator that jumped out.
Yeah, that was really, one of them had it was a dragon, and then another one had the alligator. That was really cool because that thing, it surprised you. It's huge. The only thing is with the alligator one, I was a bit too close, and whoever controls that got a little too excited. Well, when he rammed it out of there, it like rammed into me, and that thing's heavy and solid. It almost knocked me over. So, you gotta be a little bit more careful. But that thing was cool. Yeah, you know what? Those haunts, there's just so much that goes into that. Because I can't imagine the building of it and putting it together. But you have to have it make sense, you know. You can't just like slap a piece of the plywood. You have to have it decorated enough, and then sounds and things, and just have to have spooky. And then you can't have the scare actors look too cheesy. They have to be, you know, really in character. And a lot of them do very well with that. But each one I went to, they were all great. A couple of them I got to talk to the owners. Actually, 3 of them I got to talk to the owners. One I got to interview on camera. The other one was going to be interviewed on camera. Then last minute, it wasn't really comfortable. And the third one, I'm going to do an interview through like a live stream like this eventually. Because I want to talk to them, because a lot of people don't realize how much goes into what they do, you know?
Yeah. That's pretty cool. That'd be nice to see that. If he does do it live, I'll be definitely watching that video.
Did they have any haunts near you that you heard about?
They got one. Like that's what I was surprised. They didn't really have many like haunted houses or stuff like that. They had one maybe about an hour away from me, like the actual haunted house. I'm surprised. They used to have them a long time ago, but it seems like they're not really doing that too much anymore around here.
Well, you know, in recent years, they didn't seem to be as many, but this year there was a lot more going on. I was surprised just here in Florida alone. So I kept finding more and more of them. The biggest thing is, you know, Florida is gigantic, and some of them are really spread out. Like I went to one that was up in Tavares, Florida. That was over an hour and a half away. That was almost an hour and 45 minutes.
Wow.
I was invited over there for a media thing, so I went to that. And then there was another one I was for a media thing that was almost 2 hours away. I wasn't able to make it to that one. But yeah, there's a lot of those around, at least around here in Florida. I think part of it is because of the great weather, you know. But I know they have them in other states, because there's this YouTuber I know. He must have did, 40 of them. And he went to several in like other states like Indiana and stuff. So he went around. So I think every state has them. I think just some, it depends.
Yeah.
Would something like that, would you be interested or able to go through that?
Maybe. It depends, because like you said, you know, my health issue. Trouble walking, so I don't know if that would be too good for me, but
I mean, wheelchair accessible type stuff would be
like
tough.
I can walk, but it's just a pain. But I don't know. Not, I
Yeah,
mean, I would like to, but it's not really my.
yeah. Some of them are kind of very narrow. Some of it
Yeah,
involves dirt floors, grass floors, sharp
yeah,
turns. So someone, if they had to say use a wheelchair or electric scooter, something like that, it would be a bit
really
of a
difficult.
challenge. Yeah, it'd be a bit of a challenge to get through there. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it'd be hard. Uh,
Yeah,
so I don't know.
yeah. But it'd be neat just to like I said, I can still walk, but just for that, I don't know if I could. I don't know. I mean, I'm not afraid of them, of course, but it's just trouble because like some of them are like they got a lot of. Plus, it's darker too, so you got to watch where you step. You know.
Yeah, because you're talking about because a lot of it's outside, so there's uneven ground.
Yeah,
Rocks, there's roots, and you're right.
and dark. Yeah.
Some of them get very dark. Some of them do like a mist. They do the
Yeah.
strobe lights, which could make things difficult. Obstacles. Um, so there's a lot of different things. I mean, depending on how fast you are, it could take up to 5 to 10 minutes to walk through these places.
Yeah. Like when you went in, do they send like in groups or do you basically just go whenever you get in line pretty much? Because it's been so long since I went.
Well, sometimes they'll send a group of people in, but usually um, they space them. Like since I was alone, I had no one with me. They would let me go, and then they'd wait a couple minutes and then send the next people behind because they want the scare actors to prepare for each
Get
one
back.
and for each of them
Yeah.
to enjoy the moment.
Get back. Yeah. Get back in place and relax a couple seconds. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
But
I might not be done with those because some of them do a Christmas horror theme thing.
oh
So
wow.
you may be seeing some of those on my channel. It all depends um, what they do if they go forward with it. And of course, if I get invited again, we gotta see.
But that's pretty cool when you get invited to that kind of stuff now. They
Yeah, that shows progress because that means I'm doing well. I'm getting noticed. Like last month I've gained over 1,000 subscribers.
Oh
Um,
wow.
I may be on path to get almost a couple thousand subs within a month or
Oh
so,
wow.
which is really, really good for me. Because at one time it would take me forever to break into a new 1,000 mark. So in less than a month, I did that once, and I may be doing it again. So I'm only like,
Oh wow.
because less than a month ago, I was like around 5,300. I'm at like, where am I at now? 6,000. Like, what is it about? I gotta check again. But I've got way over 1,000 from then.
Because I remember when you hit 5,000. That was a big milestone.
Yeah, that was only about 5 months ago. Yeah, at the moment I'm at 6,792. So
Oh wow.
I'm only at a couple hundred away from 7. So
Oh man.
I'm going to be about 1,500 almost in the last 28 days, which is really good for me. I'm
Yeah,
very
that's huge. Yeah.
I'm very proud of that.
Yeah. Congratulations. Yeah, that's huge.
Well,
Yeah.
thanks. Yeah, it's a really long road effort in getting that because I've been doing it for this channel at least since 2013. So in April, I think it will be 12 years. So that's a long time. Most
Yeah.
YouTubers don't stick to this that long. So I'm very proud of it. And I'm going to be hitting 5,000 videos very, very soon. Let me look. Oops, it's going to do that thing. Wait a minute. Don't start. There you go.
And the guys, if you don't know, check his channel out. but you post at least a video a day, right? And plus a short or something, right? So it's
Yeah,
everyday content.
yeah. Well, technically, yeah, 2 videos a day now. A long form one and one short. Some days I've been putting 2 shorts a day. I got, according to this, 4,931 videos, but I don't think that covers. I don't know if not, but I have a whole bunch of videos on YouTube that's not live yet. I'm scheduled out.
Scheduled.
I schedule at least 2 videos a day ahead of time, and I got a month's worth of videos.
Oh wow!
That's not live yet. That's scheduled. And then I have several videos on there that, while it's scheduled, it's not done. And what I mean by that, I got to fill out the title and the forms. I used to not do that. I used to keep my videos in the computer until I was ready to put them on, fill it out, and then schedule it. But the videos, they take up so much memory. So what I decided to do is just put the video together, upload to YouTube, keep it on there, and let it sit. And then when I'm fully ready to fully schedule it, then I fill out the form. That's the part I find the biggest pain in the butt. Fill out the form, in the description, the keywords. That I just hate doing that part. So I have videos going there way, if I can count those, way into December. And then usually on my computer, I have several videos that I need to get to too. So I have so much content to go. It's always good to have more than what you need, so you don't run out of days, because I've been committed to at least 1 video a day. Now it's 2 scheduled for a long time now. It's just the way I like doing it. But a whole bunch of days this year, well, starting more for the Halloween season, now Christmas, I've had a whole weeks and weeks worth of them where I was doing 3 videos a day, 2 shorts and 1 long form video. As you've probably seen, I did a lot of Halloween stuff with regard to the animatronics.
Yeah.
Like a Spirit Halloween. I didn't want to sit in those videos and take too long, because if I would have done that, I still would be putting Halloween animatronics up. Because there were so many of them this year. It seemed to be more than usual. And people love seeing how they work.
Yeah.
They decide, am I going to want to buy this one? So they tune in my video, they see it, and then they could do it. So I've been doing that. I have some Christmas animatronic videos I've been doing, but there's not nearly so many. It's more of a Halloween thing.
Because I was watching them, they're good for shorts. They are, them animatronics, good for shorts.
Yeah, some of them are really detailed, fairly realistic, and then some of them are not that good.
Yeah.
It all depends where you go. Spirit Halloween stores are the best for those things. One thing you might want to check out, well, it all depends on how you feel.
Yeah.
I don't know there's one near you.
Yeah.
But Spirit Halloween stores have been opening some Spirit Christmas stores. I would love to go to one, but the problem is they're all in the Northeast, about where you're at.
Oh wow.
So I'm obviously not going to be able to get up there and try, but you may want to look into one and maybe go visit one if there's one reasonably near you.
Yeah, I might look into that then. Yeah, that'd be pretty neat.
I saw the locations online. There's only 12 or 15 of them, but I know they're in your part of the country.
Yeah, I'll look it up. Yeah, see where they are. See if they near me. It'd be neat.
Yeah, I think they're testing it out. I think that's a good idea. I don't think it'll be as popular as the Halloween stuff, because Halloween's much more versatile. There's so much more stories and types of costumes and stuff compared to Christmas.
Yeah, I know.
It's Christmas is just Christmas, but with Halloween you have horror franchises, all these different costumes. And there's some really cool costumes to wear, and there's some really dumb ones. But
yeah, I know.
There's people that love the really dumb ones. You could dress up as a hot dog.
Yeah, I know.
And then you could be Freddy Krueger. It all depends on how detailed you want to be.
Yeah, exactly. You can be dressed up as a. I don't know. You can dress up as anything.
Yeah, I mean, you can dress up as a burrito. I've seen costumes dressed up as a toilet.
Yeah, and I saw one of them too
There
myself.
was one where you dress up as a pile of poop.
Oh man.
I mean, it
Oh,
amazes me.
I seen one person where they dressed up like a cookie, like a
Yeah.
actual cookie. I mean, that's pretty.
Was there any Spirit Halloween stores near you?
Yeah, like I said, yeah, like I said, I don't know if I told you, my uncle drives the big trucks. He drops those boxes off for Spirit Halloween, so he knows a whole bunch of locations where they are. So a lot of them around me. I just never made it this year, just the Halloween ones,
Yeah,
unfortunately. But
they're always cool to visit. I know vloggers love going to them, and they do like a theming thing every year where they usually will build. It depends on the size of the one, but they'll usually build like it's almost like a little mini haunted house thing. And I showed it in my video. It's just a very simple thing you walk through, but this year it was like a horror carnival theming one, and they had like that little haunted house. Most of it's made out of some wood and cardboard. I think it's pretty cool, and I count it as a haunted house, but they
yeah,
have them, and I think they're neat. I was only able to go to in 3 stores. I normally get to 4, but one of the ones I usually go to, they didn't have it open this year, and they had an extra one like up in Lakeland. I went to one there, and then the other one. This really annoyed me. For some reason, opened like late in late September. And I went up to Lakeland twice to go to that store, and both times they weren't open yet because they weren't specific on when they were supposed to open. I never made it up there because that's like an hour away or more from me now, and I didn't want to go up there a third time.
Really?
But I like checking out some of the different Spirit Halloweens because some of them will have animatronics that another one won't have. And I was trying to get all of them, even though that'd be pretty difficult because they have like a very large list of them. And some of them are like really tall,
Yeah.
And there's this one animatronic they have, and I don't know why they have this one. Well, I know why, but it's kind of dangerous. It's like this witch thing, right? You trigger it, and she's pretty big. She shoots out like 12 feet into the air.
No.
And if you're standing in the wrong spots, like really close, that thing would like get into you, and it's really fast. And I could not imagine how much that would hurt you, And I'm amazed Spirit Halloween sells such a thing because it's quite dangerous if you're in the wrong spot.
Yeah. But that's interesting. It's like so many different things. Like I was watching another one of your videos, the golf carts, where they went around your neighborhood.
Yeah, and that was just a more of a minor one. There was one that took place at Disney, and they went really highly detailed and like making them like different stuff. But yeah, that was a cool little thing. I didn't even know about it until the day before. I almost wasn't going to be back there because I was going to do something else, but then I changed my mind. So I'm glad I got to film it because I'm sure no one else really filmed that thing.
Yeah, that was neat. So that basically down where you are, you can pretty much ride the golf cart like in the community if you want. Like I saw you a couple of videos, but it seems like a lot of people just drive them around.
Yeah, I mean you're not supposed to go on like major roads with it or nothing, but yeah, you could drive through the roads in the neighborhood. There's backwoods paths you can go through. Yeah, it's just relaxing, just going out, driving around, enjoying the air and the sun. That'd be something I think whenever you permanently, wherever you end up at, you might want to think about yourself. Depending on the neighborhood, it all depends on the type of neighborhood.
Yeah. And what else? I was gonna say, let me just show you real quick, because I'm gonna go back to you, but I'm just gonna show you a couple of autographs that I picked up, just so I can split it up. Mike, I don't know if you know. I don't know if you watch some, Mike, but I'm a big Gypsy Queen autograph collector. It's a set of baseball cards. It's all on-card autographs for baseball. trying to put the complete 2011 to 2022 sets together. So every time when I see a card that for a good price, I pick it up. So I'm going to show you what I picked up. Let me make myself bigger so you can see it better. But this one is a 2018 Gypsy Queen. It's Hideki Matsui. He played for the Yankees and all the team, but this is 2018.
That's
I
cool.
don't know if you can see that too well, but
Yeah, that's cool. I remember him. Was that expensive?
kinda. It was $60, which is
Okay,
kind of
yeah.
expensive.
I remember him being a
But
pretty good player.
yeah, they don't really that don't pop up too much. That's like the only one I only see now. I've seen another one pop up, but you don't see them too much. So that's why I paid for it. That, and then this one is a 2014 Robin Yount.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, the Hall of Famer, right?
Yeah, I never ever seen one of these popped up. I paid $50 for this one. I'd never seen this one. Like I kind of tell which ones pop up because I watch every day. You know, sometimes you just gotta pay up, and that's not too bad considering a box of Blaster Box. If you went to Target right now, it'd be like $35 for a box, and you're most likely not gonna get anything. You know, so it's like that's a good deal, really. And then 2015, Brandon Crawford for the 2015 set, and this one was only $10.
Okay.
Two-time Wood Series champion. That's a good one. And then I'm a Baltimore Orioles fan, of course. So I'm from Maryland, but picked up this 2024 Topps. Grayson Rodriguez is my favorite pitcher, but it's number, you can't really see it because it's on the bottom, but it's number 2 of 50. It's only 50 of these cards made. And I paid a whopping $3.50.
That's awesome.
So that's a cool pickup. Then I picked up a 2023 Topps update. No, just 2023 Topps black out of 72. So it's 54 of 72 of Nelson Cruz. And I paid a whopping $2.30 for that. You could have passed that up. And then I picked up two 2024 Topps. I think he's going to be good. So I picked up 2 of them. Zach Nato. He played for the Los Angeles Angels or Anaheim Angels. I don't even know what. But they both numbered out of one's 21 of 73 and the other one's 68 out of 73. And I paid $7 each.
That's cool.
So I picked them up. So, like I said, I think like some people, like I can only collect certain cards now. Like my Gypsy Queen is my main thing. That's the only thing I really mainly focus on. So if you guys watching, if you watch this video later, I'm making shorts. So every card from 2011, I'm up to I think 2017 set now. So I made shorts for them, and also making newer videos of updates of them. So if you guys want to check out the videos, they be in my videos. And then the other cards I pick up every once in a while when I find stuff unique. But I'm going to be making another video of my 2016 Gypsy Queens. These are all the ones I have for that. So be posting that video shortly. And then I'd also do TTMs. So I'm going to show them in a little bit. But I picked up another roll of Forever stamps. So I'll be sending out 50 more requests for autographs. So, and then, like I said, I showed autographs a little bit later, but I just want to show those cards to talk about it. But, yeah, Mike, you used to collect autographs. You used to got a nice collection, but you haven't done anything collecting-wise lately, you said, but you have a nice collection.
Yeah, I have a few things. Not a very long time. Just don't have the time, it seems, anymore. And, financial reasons. It gets expensive. And stamps,
Yeah.
It amazes me how expensive stamps are going, and they raise them every year. And that doesn't encourage people to buy more stamps, to do more online. Like when I used to pay my bills, credit card stuff, I would send, a check or money order. But it got to the point where, you know what, I'm going to pay it online. It's faster, it's easier, and it's cheaper because of the price of a stamp. Then you got to think of the envelope. Then you got to get to the post office and all that. It just got to be too
Yeah.
much.
Do you think that's another thing? We're talking about like things of the past, like with the telephone booths earlier and stuff, the newspaper. You think they ever gonna stop the post office, like stamps and stuff? Or you think they're always gonna be around?
No, I think they'll always be around because there's always going to be a need for someone to send a physical thing. Mail. I don't know any.
Like me, an autograph collector.
Autograph collector. Someone has to send I don't know, buy a box of a certain kind of bar of soap or something or whatever. There's always going to be a need for mail, but I think the part where you send like letters, it's just that's going to get smaller and smaller and smaller. There probably always will be something, but it's just not going to be a lot. At least I would think, because you hear about the amount of like mail and stuff that's being sent every year is getting less and less and less. That's because people, it's just doing it electronically now.
So that's gonna be bad for like the autograph collectors like me because, like you said, most people, it's not gonna be that many people that do it. And like you said, like once you send it out to somebody, if they cut it back, it might, even if they sign it like as soon as they get it, you might not be able to pick it up for months or so because they might not have that many people collecting mail.
Well, I know they talked about how some forms of the mail that the USPS do, it's going to take longer to get from point A to point B now. These are just going to be taking longer to deliver it. So I think you're going to see wait times for mail to get more than compared to what it used to be.
Could you imagine if like one day they said just give it to the post office and like have drones or something deliver it?
Well, they're already starting that with like Amazon. You hear that some people get stuff delivered to their house through a little drone in the air who comes and like drops it off.
That'd be amazing. Could you imagine sending like, I'm sending you your autograph request, so just send it down to your house and drop it off? That'd be ridiculous.
I wouldn't be surprised one day they have something like that. So like I said, they're doing it now with some Amazon stuff, but I think you have to live like closer to an Amazon facility. Well, of course, it's getting more and more where there's those facilities are like a lot more around than they used to be. So yeah, they've started that, but I wouldn't be surprised you see more and more of that being done.
But what I do think is going to happen though, like especially like regular mail, like with TTM things, I think what they might do eventually is going to stop home delivery stuff, and it's just going to be where you're going to have like a PO box or something, or like a post office, and like you had to go there directly or something because it'd be cheaper,
Maybe, but I don't think so because that would cause a lot of anger from people who are disabled, elderly, homebound people, because there'll be quite a bit of them that if you do that, you're effectively cut off from mail.
Yeah.
So I don't think they would do that because I think there'd be like a lot of lawsuits, and the government would take a lot of flack by stopping that.
Unless you don't think they could do something like an exception, like if you actually like prove that you had like me particularly, I can get out, but it's hard. You think they might need like a special waiver, like you do, maybe like so most people had to do it, but like you can get a waiver. You thinking they can deliver it that way?
Maybe, but I don't know. Because if you do that, each person would have to have their own post office box.
Yeah.
And that way, if that would be the case, the mail houses would have to be gigantic.
Yeah.
And then
that's true.
Not just for the little boxes, the post office boxes, but then they would be storing mail. Some people don't pick up the mail like right away. So with junk mail, can you imagine? That would be pretty complicated to do that.
Yeah.
But who knows? It's always possible.
Because like the Amazon lockers, I'm sure you've seen them. They got them like at 7-Elevens up my way. They got them like at convenience stores. You can have your items shipped to that place. So it's basically kind of like the mail almost.
Yeah, I've seen some of those Amazon things, and some post offices have their own versions of that too.
Yeah. So that's what I'm thinking might be one day. Like maybe if you know you're getting a mail or something, but like I said, that won't really work for autograph collectors because, like I said, if I'm sending you an autograph request, they might not want it anyway. And if you send it to them, they definitely not going to go pick it up. You know, I mean, they doing you a favor anyway. So if it's not going to go to the house, they're not going to sign it. You know,
Yeah, definitely.
so that's not going to work. I don't know what's going to happen, but it's just interesting. Like things, like you said, what the ways you think stuff that's or like around now, what's not going to be around then. 'Cause like I said, the phone booths were popular everywhere. So what a newspaper stand things now you don't see any of that. I mean,
Yeah, that you know, hardly anyone writes checks anymore. Um,
yeah,
Beepers, 8-track tapes, CDs. While people still buy CDs, it's not nearly as much anymore. Even DVDs, you don't see
yeah,
DVDs.
DVDs, yeah, no,
Um,
yeah,
it's a lot of it's like downloadable stuff, which I actually don't like. I'd like to have a physical copy,
me too.
but um, I mean, you look at video games. You know, video games. You wanted to play a video game, you had to go and buy it, which you could still do a lot. But there's
I was
more
gonna
and more.
say that.
There's more and more video games. You just download it from whatever
Yeah,
website
what
you
game
go to.
site? Yeah, yeah,
So it definitely has changed. Like look at when you used to take pictures. Used to a lot of times you had physical film, and you had to go someplace and get developed, which you could still do. But a lot of times though, it's no longer in person. You have to drop it off
yeah.
someplace. They mail it someplace. They send it back. I would hate to do that because it could get lost. I haven't developed actual film in forever. I still have something around here I have to get developed, but I would only do it if I found a place that did it in person because
What?
I don't trust dropping off, sending it away, getting it sent back because things happen, things get lost.
And then like oh no, just a lot of stuff. But like I still like use my phone. Like thank goodness they still got that 1 hour develop for like regular phones. Or like if I send it into CVS or Walgreens, they can print it out in an hour. You know?
Yeah, a lot of them. Yeah, it's still easy with regard to that. With regard to digital places, I can go to, like you said, Walgreens or Walmart, hook up the thing, and print out the photos. But it's a lot different with the physical film. It's like I can go to
Yeah,
Walmart or Walgreens. I don't know about Walgreens now. Walgreens was the last
yeah,
place I knew that still printed off the film from actual film. I don't know if they still do that. So I don't go to a Walgreens very much anymore. I'm more of a CVS person. But
yeah.
you can still go to a lot of these places and print off the digital stuff easy. But physical film is just a lot harder now because how many people do the physical film? Even the more expensive cameras, a lot of them is all digital now. Um, Eventually, I don't even think you'll have physical film because who does it? I mean,
That,
you go to a store and you hardly see any actual film for sale anymore. And I can see why, because the digital stuff is just a lot easier.
that's a question I want to ask you if you know. Is it a place like just say you got like a video on your phone, right? Like an actual video that you filmed. Is it a place where you can go and get it put on a CD? Like make it as a movie?
I think so.
Cause
But I don't know where. I tried to look into that years ago because I tried going to a few places like where you would go and put because it was easy to go to some place and get photos put on a disc for you, but not the video. And I tried to find them and they couldn't do it. But I'm sure there's places there that does it. But I never found a place. But I don't really need to do that. I guess if I really
yeah,
wanted to burn it to a CD, I think I could do it off of my computer. I think I could burn it on there. Because a lot of them have the CD burner things. That's part of it. So I never.
yeah.
I'm trying to think did I do that myself. I may do that once, but yeah, it can be done.
Because Yeah, because on my phone, when my grandmother passed, I filmed her funeral, like the procession and all that, and I would like to get that on a tape, on a record, put on the CD, just in case I lose it on my phone. I would like
Yeah,
to just have it on the disc.
you might be able to just do it on your computer if you pick up some blank CDs that you can put a video on. You might be able to burn it on the thing. It all depends how your computer goes. You can also copy it into a memory stick too.
Oh yeah.
But if you want to be sure, definitely not lose that, I would do the memory stick. I would have a copy on your computer and see about doing a CD as well. You could upload it to YouTube and just keep it private, and no one will be able to see it but you.
Oh, that's true too. Yeah, private. Yeah.
I would do that
Yep.
just to be certain, and then anytime you want to see, you can go on there, but no one else can.
Yeah. Because I would like to make sure, because I want to put like, I might even ask the library, because they might even know some. Because I told you how they can do some things, but I'd see if they know anybody that can help me with that too. It's not long. It's like maybe, I don't know, total maybe 30 minutes, maybe. Not long video, so.
Yeah, I'd look into it, but just make sure you do more one copy just to be certain.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because something like that, you can't get back. Once you lost it, you lost it. You can't go film it again.
True.
But anyway, I'm going to take a bite of my cookie.
Where did you go and get your food at earlier? You said you got some food. Was it a local place or a chain?
Yeah, just a local restaurant. It's a one off. It's just a local restaurant. I go every once in a while. So it's not nothing, no reason to make it like a review because it's a small location. So,
I don't know. You might want to think about that because I do local small places all the time, and I know there's always an interest in it from some.
that is true. I see you do your videos like that sometimes. I
Like
might
I
do it
just
sometime.
like
Yeah.
I just put one up that went up today. It was a place up in Fort Meade. It was called John's Drive-In. It was a restaurant, and I don't know. There's always been time for people, especially in the local area, is always interested in seeing those things.
It
And
is fun.
sometimes,
Like that's what I'm saying. I'm sorry, Mike.
no,
Go
go ahead.
ahead.
No, go ahead.
It's just funny. It's funny how like when you make a video, something like that, like something local or just any video in general, you got like you said, the title is important, but then like you gotta, I don't know, just so hard to like make it like people would find it sometimes.
Yeah,
It's
it's all
always,
has to do with the keywords and descriptions, and just that. I mean, sometimes you could do everything right with that and not get a lot of views. It just YouTube is such a complicated beast, I guess you could say. There's always like this algorithm thing, but I think a lot of it's just luck. I know there's people out there who say, "Oh, I know how to beat the algorithm. I know everything." They don't, because it's just a lot of it's just luck. I mean, there's certain things you could do to help with it, but claim that you're an expert on how to beat the algorithm, you're not going to be. I don't think anyone is. No one really 100% understands it fully. At least that's what I
yeah,
think.
and plus there's so many different channels. It's like I don't know how many people actually make videos, but it's so many. Just for people to have like constantly find you, it's like just happen to be dumb luck, really. You know?
Yeah, because every year that goes by, there's more and more and more people doing it. Some just do it for fun. Some are more serious, like me.
Yeah.
But because what really helps with so many people doing it is because everyone has cell phones, and almost not all
Yeah.
cell phones, but most of them, you can take pictures and film record. So anyone could be a YouTuber if they have a cell phone, pretty much.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of
Yeah.
competition, definitely. I mean, if you're doing YouTube as a hobby, you don't really care. If you're a
Yeah.
serious YouTuber, it all depends on how you feel about that.
Yeah, because like you said, there's so many, and plus there's so many different niches. Like you said, I've been watching people like living in just curious because I don't like just find it interesting now, but like people living in like RVs and stuff, like how they travel across the country and stuff. It's pretty interesting how they from state to state they go to. You know, it's like interesting. You know, some things. You know,
Yeah, a lot of those travel videos, you see a lot of cool places.
and it helps people. Like if you actually on RV or want to be on RV, it gives you good ideas of what you can and can't do either. Like some of them stay in state parks only, so some of them only stay that you're allowed to stay there like 14 days, and then they travel to another state park and then do it all over again. It's interesting to see some of the rules that they tell you. You know.
Yeah, an RV is something I definitely want to one day try. I know some YouTubers I know have done it, and they went to some really cool places. Of course, I wouldn't want. Some people who will buy or rent like one of those gigantic RVs. I definitely would not be want to drive one of those things because the bigger ones kind of limit you because you can't just like pull up into a big city and go around with driving that. You have to like, and some of them they tow cars behind you. I've been to some RV shows and they actually had a garage in the back of some of those RVs where you pull your car up into like a garage as part of the RV and you basically park it in there. But
Yeah.
those are like the really bigger RVs, and I would not want to drive that. I could not
Yeah, I
imagine
know.
parking those things.
Yeah, I know.
So me,
Like you, so
I would
yeah,
want a real small RV, the smallest you can drive with a bathroom on board. I wouldn't, other than that, no way, none of those big stuff. I just would not like it.
yeah. That's how I am. I would like to have like a not a big one, like you said, just like a I don't know, like a 8 person that like not necessarily that you're gonna have 8 people in it, but not something that's like comfortable but not too big. You know, it's like where you can move around. You know, like you said, a bathroom and like a shower. You know.
Yeah, like there's some RVs there. It's basically just a van, a little bit larger van. They'll have a bathroom and everything on board. Those were the kind of ones I would think about. That'd be fine for me, because that would allow me to be able to go most places and park normally, with compared to an RV, it's just,
Yeah.
or the bigger RVs. I mean, I just wouldn't want to bother with that. Now, if the point was to use those type of RVs and just go like state parks and camping, not bother with like other stuff like attractions, then that's a different
Yeah.
story. That would
Yeah.
be fine, a bigger RV. But again, I would not want to drive that thing because you're basically driving like a semi.
Yeah. I
And,
know.
if you drive smaller cars, it's a really big step to go in there and just jump into basically a big semi truck and drive around, because you got to have skill and you got to have practice, and you basically got to know what the hell you're doing, because it's a lot different from driving that than a tiny car, which basically a car is
Yeah.
pretty tiny compared to something like that.
Yeah, like you said, some of them are like big, and it's like I watched some people where it's like the height even, like some of them they know what they were doing. They ran right into tree branches and like cut the top off almost.
Yeah, or under bridges. I've seen
Yeah,
videos.
bridges.
It's usually just trucks. It isn't the RVs, but I've
Yeah,
seen there's this one bridge that's famous for people being stupid and driving trucks and stuff underneath it and banging into it and ripping off the top.
yeah,
That it's been done like dozens and dozens of times
yeah.
with
And
this
I've seen it.
bridge.
Yeah,
And I mean, if you're a professional driver, you should know the height of your truck.
yeah,
And all these bridges will mostly always have a sign right here, the maximum amount that bridge goes.
yeah,
You're not really thinking going underneath that. I don't know, but I don't know what they're thinking about that. But even I'm not a professional driver, but even I know better make sure I can fit under there.
yeah. I know. Even some of the places like the older place, not necessarily bridges, like it's hard to pull a regular car Like, I mean, some places, like the roads are so narrow. Some places, like how in the hell?
Oh, most definitely, yeah.
But
I'm
yeah, just
surprised.
amazing how different.
Oh, go ahead.
It's just amazing. Like some people, like especially around here. I don't know about down there, but it seems like it's more and more nuts driving too, like on the highways and stuff. Like it's just idiots everywhere. You
Yeah,
know?
more and more aggressive people out there, it seems, especially a bit more down here because so many more people is moving down here because Florida's getting so popular, you know?
Yeah, that's another thing I was thinking about doing. Like if I travel, it's like do like some of my live streams. If I do more, like put it like I want to get like a car camera, like things I can film while I'm driving, so I can do not. I won't be driving, of course, I'd be in a passenger seat, but like talk and do a live at the same time, so people do that.
Yeah, you can get like a GoPro. Of course, if you want to do like a live chat where you're actually talking to people, you can get like a mount to put in the dashboard and put your phone on it. Um, that's what I want to get because I use my phone sometimes to navigate, and it's really difficult to be driving and then looking at the phone. You're not really supposed to
Yeah,
do that. So I need to get a mount to put in the dashboard. Um, so I can just basically glance over and tell me where I'm going. So that's one really good thing about phones, and not just phones. Some cars will have the navigation system built in, and then there's TomToms and stuff, which aren't as popular now because most people either use their phone or it's built in. But that has definitely helped me a lot with regard to my channel because if I didn't have a navigation system,
oh yeah.
be a real pain in the butt finding these places. I would never be able to do nearly as much as I do without it.
Yeah, GPS is a lifesaver. I mean, navigation, you gotta have that. Especially when you go in places you don't know where you're going. I mean, you gotta have it, you know. But just like that's another thing. Like that's another thing that's like outdated. Speaking of like outdated, I keep going back to that. But like the road maps, some people still use them, but it's like so out. Most people use the GPSs now. We used to at rest stops. We used to pick up maps. Like, oh, I'm
Yeah,
driving in this state. I pick one up.
I still have some paper maps, but they would just be so much more harder to navigate through them
Yeah.
because they're not nearly so detailed. I mean, they may say where this city is and that city is, and there's like the one route. What about all the other routes?
Yeah.
And back in the day, you used to be able to get MapQuest, which I think still exists,
Oh yeah,
or
MapQuest. Yeah.
or a trip ticket from like AAA. And I remember using those a long time ago. But if you take like the wrong turn or something,
Yeah.
MapQuest or trip ticket, which is printed on paper, is not going to do you any good at all.
Yeah, I remember MapQuest. I used to use that all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you used to be able to go to AAA, for instance, and get, like I said, the trip ticket. They would print it off for you. But you used to be able to get, and I'm sure you could still get them, those books, which would you would have one book for like the entire state. It would list like hotels and attractions, but
Yeah.
it never had everything. And so but things you can get online, you can look up an area, and then you can find everything to look up and check out.
It's amazing how like that stuff like now you just type in like you said the phones it's destroyed everything because like you said you can just say hotels buffets or amusement parks and everything comes up. It's like but it's gonna if it's already if I'm gonna while we do that talk about I'm gonna show my input TTMs as I find now, Mike. So
Sure.
So I give some, let's say, make me large so I can show you. But yeah, here's my TTM autographs, guys. The first one up is I don't know if you know, but it's Sydney Lemon. She's on Broadway, so I sent to her, and she signed 2 of 2. She played in Fear of the Walking Dead. That's why I sent to her. And you
Nice.
remember you heard of Jack Lemmon?
Yeah, the actor,
That's
right?
a yeah. That's his granddaughter. So that was her grandfather. So that's
Yeah, I
pretty
remember
neat.
him. He was in that with Walter Matthau and Grumpy Old Men and The Odd Couple, and he did some other great things.
Yeah, and then here's a general, 'cause that's who I collect, but United States Air Force general, also Lochte. Hopefully you can see that, but he signed 2 of 2 for me.
Yeah, that name might be familiar to me.
And then these are all Air Force generals, but General William T. Hobbins, he signed 2 of 2. At first I thought it said he signed it Tony, but I had my uncle look at it. His middle name's Thomas, but he wrote Tom Hobbins. But it looks like Tony to me, but like after he showed it, it's definitely Tom. So that's pretty cool.
I see.
And then
So he was there in '69. So was he part of Vietnam?
I think some of them like they were in it, but like they missed, like they were still in cadet school or whatever, you know. So I don't think they actually went, you know. I mean, it was later '70s, but I don't think he was actually in it though. But General Raymond E. Johns Jr. This one's pretty nice. He signed it. He wrote retired, so that's pretty neat. He signed 2 of 2.
Awesome.
And the reason I got all Air Force now instead of other things, I have a binder. I put them by branch, like Army, Marines, etc. And I usually go by branch, so that's why a lot of these are all Air Force. You know, I go by group. You know, I write them all down and then I go through them when I find addresses. But this guy, his Norton A. Schwartz, but his autographs, he just signed it Norty. So I still consider that an autograph because he wrote it, you know. So
Okay.
that's interesting. I guess would you consider that an autograph? Would you, even though it's like a nickname or something, would you consider that an autograph?
Yeah, I mean it's like if you write the
Because he
Hulk
wrote
Hogan,
it.
like if you write the Hulk Hogan and he signs it Hulk Hogan, you know that's not his real name, but it's still an autograph.
Yeah. And then
Yeah,
his General Willem. Oh, what, Mike?
yeah, like I would consider that an autograph.
Yeah. And then General Willem M. Frazier the third, he signed 2 neat autographs. Nice penmanship.
Yeah, definitely.
He signed 2, not 2 of 2.
Awesome.
And then the last one is General Mark Welsh, Air Force, of course. And he also has nice rating. So
Yeah, pretty cool.
very happy with these. So very happy with these returns. I kind of took a break for most of the year, but I recently got back into it because I just got bored and I wanted to send some out. So that's why I've been getting a lot of them back lately. But like you said, the stamp price and everything is. I can't do it all the time because the price just keeps 73 cents, I think, for a stamp now. So you got to have one going there and one coming back. So, and then a lot of them don't sign. So it's basically throwing money away, you know. But when you get one back, it's definitely a good feeling because I got an autograph, you know.
Definitely.
But
I got
yeah,
expensive now.
and you know when I collect, I don't really do them because I don't know if military people have business cards, but when I write to like other people, like political people and other stuff, I always ask in my letter if I can have a business card. You know, some
Oh
of them
yeah.
send them too, but
If I was you, I would just ask for every single one, and if they have one, they'll send it. If not, they don't send it. Then.
yeah. So I might start adding that too to say if you have one, if I can have one, but yeah.
Yeah, I would
So
just in case.
Have you ever seen any military business cards?
Oh yeah, I have.
Yeah. So they do. Some of them do. I mean, potentially have them. I guess. I
Yeah,
mean, I did see recruitment cards. That's the only ones I ever seen. Like recruiters. You know, like those people. But you know, like
yeah, them definitely. But I've seen some regular military cards.
oh, that'd be neat. Yeah.
I would, yeah, like I said, I would ask, um, even if they don't have like one from when they were in the military, they might have another job they do now, and then they
Oh,
might
that's true too.
send
Yeah.
one of those.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
that's
that's
what I
true.
would do because a lot of them, they don't just 100% retire after they leave the military. They do other jobs too. So they probably would
Yeah,
have
that's
one.
true too. I never thought about that. Like a contractor or something, they might have a card for or
Yeah,
something. Yeah, that's true. I
I,
forgot about that.
I would definitely. You can always ask, and if they don't want to send one or don't have it, then you just don't get one. But at least
Yeah,
just in
I
case.
asked. Yeah,
And
no.
I'm sure
Yeah,
you'll get some.
yeah, yeah. And plus, it doesn't hurt. Like you said, it doesn't hurt to ask because, like you said, if you don't ask, like you basically about the jail, that when he did the tour, you asked and they were willing to do it for you. You know, if you don't ask, you don't get it. You know, at least.
Yeah, if you don't
I
ask, you
mean,
never know.
yeah. Oh, real quick, hey Titus. A lot of people in here earlier, but how's everything in Japan, Titus? Everything doing good? Hopefully. So, what are you looking for? Anything I should be? Anything? Like you said, I heard you saying some food stuff, but anything you're excited coming up soon that you're really happy about, other than that Joe one you did, Mike?
Uh,
Anything?
yeah, I've been neglecting theme parks for a while, so I got to get back to that. There's some Disney things that I have to document before they close. And then I'm going to start going to a different theme park I never vlogged on my channel yet. I just haven't got around to it. There's some other minor attractions, but there's some Christmas stuff coming up. Some Christmas attractions and things I want to do. Um, I'm not. I don't want to say which ones yet because I'm not 100% sure because there's always so many that I want to get
Yeah.
through. Yeah, there's a couple of museums I plan to get to. Hopefully this year, not early next year. Problem is, I did a lot of the museums that are easily accessible and close to me, so I got to start driving like much farther away. But there's some smaller ones I want to go to, and of course I'll do other things in the area too. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Now that the haunt stuff is mostly over, but like I said, there's probably some of them do Christmas horror theme things. Maybe I might be able to do a few of them. It depends, but that's mainly what I'm planning to do for the rest of the year.
Real quick, while Titus is here, I'm going to show him the Hideki Matsui card again because he's in Japan. So I want to show him because he wasn't here, I don't think. But hey, Titus, check this card out for the Gypsy Queen collection. As you know, I collect. Here you go. You might like this card, Hideki Matsui. Remember, they called him. His nickname was Godzilla. So that's a cool pickup for my collection. So there you go, Titus. Yeah, and he said it's freezing in Japan is -5 degrees today. That's ridiculous, Titus.
Yeah, Japan's a pretty cool place. I'd love to visit there one day. There is a couple of Japanese YouTubers I watch there, and they travel all over, and they show a lot of really cool stuff.
You should check out when you have time. If you have time, Mike, check out his channel. God is great. He lives in Japan, obviously, but he does a lot of cool stuff too. So if you have time, check out his videos if you want, because he shows like walks and stuff. That's what I like. He has a garden and everything. He's a cool channel, so check him out if you have time, Mike.
Okay,
And he
well,
pops in all the time. He pops in everybody's channel. So pretty cool. Thank you again, Titus, for dropping in. So I appreciate it. But yeah, just wanted to jump on here because it's been a while since we did a live stream, and I don't mind. I like going live because it's so much easier than making a video. because like the editing and all that. I got to really start doing that more. Like do that for my Gypsy Queen, but live you just come on, start talking, and you can. It is what it is, and then you move on. Editing takes forever. Like you just, I don't know. What do you think? I know you do. Like he's not really into live, but you think you potentially gonna like doing more of them in the future? You think?
Yeah,
Like,
especially as I practice and get used to doing it more here at home. I want to start doing it through something like I mentioned earlier through StreamYard, so it's easier to involve others like this than
yeah,
I don't know if I want to do too much live streaming like outside of the house because I've always had
yeah,
trouble with that. Plus, I just prefer to do it more in like this type of setting than out. But yeah, I could see myself doing more, but more just doing it more here at home.
yeah. Like so, that's pretty. Like that's what I do. Like if your channel too, what'd be good for your channel? Like I think you got the free one like me. So even if you just say you want to mess around, just say you do a 30-minute video, like potentially every weekend or whatever. 30 minutes, basically giving updates on your channels and stuff. People will probably be interested in that because like you said, with live videos, people communicate with you. Like you obviously have way bigger channels, so you reach more people, so you can communicate even in a chat. So I think it's good for your channel, Mike, because like you said, people can ask you questions and all that for coming up and all that. So you know,
Yeah, that's what some people have told me. It is definitely something I got to pursue. It's like I know some YouTubers do really well with that does a lot of live streaming, and they get a lot of views and they're very effective at it. It's definitely something I
yeah.
want to pursue more.
And plus, what you can do too, because like for your, like I was watching, like I said, me, I just do it for the hobby, so it don't really count for me. But like some of the bigger channels, like I said, some of the people that I watch that do the RV videos and like the guy I watch, Face of the Forgotten video channel, he has like I was his 50th subscriber, and now he has like 660,000 subscribers. So, but he does lives. And people like actually like he does he raises money sometimes, like people donate, but all the money he makes he puts it right back into in the graveyards because he's kind of well off, but he puts it help get people to buy gravestones for people, which is pretty interesting.
That's
And
good.
that'd be good for you too because even if you get a couple dollars on live streams, it could help you pay off some of your park passes too. For like that's what some people do it for.
Yeah, I've had a few like super chat donations, but not too much, unfortunately. Only a couple of them.
But that's why live's better, I think.
Yeah, because you communicate in real time with people. You can't do that with a pre-recorded video.
Yeah, that's why like a lot of the bigger channels do like a weekly live video because that's when they make a lot of when people if they do decide, that's when they get the donations. Because like I said, they do like an hour live.
Yeah, some people have told me I need to do like a Patreon account too, where people could donate for the channel as well. I haven't done that yet. Eventually, I will. I did start a like a Spreadshirt account, but I don't have any shirts created for my channel yet in a store. I got to eventually do that. And that's a good like revenue stream too, and promotion of thing too.
Yeah, because I definitely think once you get used to that, like I said, the StreamYard, I think you're definitely gonna like it because it's definitely a great tool. So it's definitely I'm glad you finally signed up for, so you can mess around with it. So, and even if you want me to join you sometime to help you with it or whatnot, we can. Even if it's private, you can set it private and all that, like we do before show, so that way you can mess around.
Yeah, the only part I'm not sure about and how to connect it directly with my channel, but that's because I haven't done it yet. But I just got to just try it first time, just practice before I do it, like any like bigger thing I plan to do.
And like I said, if I connected obviously to my channel, and I'm not a computer guy at all, so if I can do it, that's how easy the website is. Because I'm not good at technology at all. So if I can connect it, you should be able to connect it easy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not the greatest either. I'm better than I was years ago, but I could do basic stuff. But anything too complicated, probably not.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They had computers in school when I was a kid, but they were very primitive and stuff, and they didn't have a lot of them. Now they're so much more advanced, and they use them a lot more now. The kids these days,
Yeah,
they experience it better than I did.
yeah. Everybody has the computer. Like the cell phone's a computer almost.
Yeah.
Because like you said, everybody has a cell phone. Even a 5-year-old kid's like, how in the hell?
Well, I remember when I was in school, the computers they had were those big, heavy, like those white colored ones with a really fat monitor, and the modem thing was huge, and they were so slow and heavy, and
Yeah.
they were just god awful. And you used those discs with the hole in the middle of it, and I remember the first computer we had at home. It was in the later '90s. It was a Gateway, and that modem part of it was huge. And then the monitor was one of those with those fat backs, and those things were so heavy.
Yeah.
Now most computers, like the one I'm using here, it's basically all it is. It's just a screen, because it has the modem thing as part of it, so you don't have that big, ugly thing that you used to have to connect to. So it's definitely much better.
Yeah, that's like crazy how they came along. Like think about it. One day they're gonna even be smarter than what they are probably now. Because like you said, a phone's a computer. I mean, you can print stuff off of it.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. They're going to eventually be paper thin. I mean, they have some cell phones now that has a screen on it that folds. You've seen those. You've seen the commercials.
Yeah.
The screen folds like a piece of paper, which I don't have one of them. Maybe one day I'll get one, but that is so cool.
Yeah, I know. Couldn't it's just amazing. It's like the sort of different technology stuff comes up. It's like how in the hell? But think about it. That's another thing that like with the technology, like how far, like just think what we have now. Like how far back you think it goes? Because like you said, the governments have it before the public has it. So the technology that's going to come out in 10 years was how long?
Yeah, they probably have it already. What I'm looking forward to, and they're eventually going to have it. I don't know if me and you will see it. Is what Star Trek they have the holodeck.
Yeah.
I really hope I see something like that before I go, because that would be really cool to step in a room and basically create a world that looks just as real as this. But what I really like, because now if I want to read up on someone, I don't know, a king that was king of England 1,000 years ago, I can get on the computer and I could read information on him, where not that many years ago, it would be hard to find a book or something about that person. So it's all the instant knowledge too.
Yeah, like you said, you used to have to go to the libraries. Like when I remember in middle school, they still had that one. Like if you want to find they had computers, but like they still had the catalog. You remember like that one you pull out like the index card size? It's like you pull through the Rolodex or whatever it was called.
I haven't seen those in years, but then again, I couldn't tell you when I've been to a library. I have no reason to go to a library anymore, and they used to have them. I always wanted one of those things because
they are nice. Yeah.
I would use the little drawers to organize stuff. That would be great for you if you ever want to organize your index cards in one of those things.
Yeah, that's what I like them, because they're pretty neat. Like I like them, and they built solid too.
Yeah,
it's
sometimes
like
you could find them. You could find them, but they're big, they're heavy, and but yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's some libraries out there that still has those, but there probably have to be like older ones in like smaller communities or something. But I mean, you just get on a computer and look up books now. You don't, if you want a book, you don't have to really use those anymore.
Yeah, I know exactly. Like you just go on like for me, I just go on even if I'm not at the library, I can go on my computer at home, go onto the county library webpage and look up if they got it in stock in inventory stock or if it's checked out already. You know, you don't even need to go to the library.
Well, you know what's interesting? I filmed this probably about a month ago now. I haven't uploaded it yet. Well, no, I uploaded it. It's just not live yet. Because like I said, I have so many videos. It takes sometimes forever to get to certain ones. But I went to this. You might have actually saw a part of it. I think actually you might have. But I went to this welcome center, and they had vending machines that were run by the local library system. And yeah, I showed that in that main video. So yeah, it is up now.
Yeah.
So I also filmed a short showing it. I thought that was really cool because you can go and borrow a book through that library system at that vending machine or a seat or a DVD. And something like that, it would have been unthinkable when I was a kid.
Yeah. Yeah. I do like you said, I like the visitor centers too because like they got like a lot of brochures, which is good for me because I like history. So I pick them up all the time when I go. So that's why I like those things. Yeah.
Yeah. How far is any visitor center or library from you?
A library not far at all, like maybe 5 minutes from me, the library. But the visitor center is probably maybe I don't know, maybe 20, maybe 35 minutes, maybe. Visitor center. So I might do a video on that one day too, just walking in there. Cause they got inside, they got an old Harley Davidson, I think it is. Like an old motorcycle, which was pretty neat.
Yeah.
So
some of them are pretty cool. Some of them have really cool displays. Some of them, some will have like a nature display. Some will have like even a mini museum. It all depends. Like I filmed that one because it had the Florida Sports. No, it was the Water Skiing Hall of Fame in there this time.
Yeah.
And then they had like a cool like nature display. Some of those visitor centers will have that. Yeah, it's definitely worth checking some of them out.
Yeah, and like you said, you're allowed to film there too because it's a public place, so you'd be good in there.
Yeah, that's one thing I wouldn't worry about having any trouble with that because, I mean, they're there to promote, the area.
Tourism.
Yes, they want it to be visible.
Yeah, so that's a good place to go if you want to. Heck, even if you want to find new places to go, like if you're looking for new places to film that you don't know the area, you can go there and look at the brochures, and it gives you ideas where to go.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So, like my state, like if I was get out more, like it's definitely a lot of stuff that I want to film because like a lot of historic stuff around me. It's just matter of getting out.
I was going to tell you because I know you have some of those cemeteries because you did a few videos on some of them. You should think when you're able and you think you could do it, do some more in-depth like tours of some of those older cemeteries, and then do some mini videos and some of the more famous current inhabitants of each of them. You might want to think about doing that too.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely want to do. That's what I like, the graves, because if you think about it, some people find it like no morbid, but if you think about it, like the one I did with Spiro Agnew or James Buchanan, just think about like when Agnew died or Buchanan died, who else was standing at his grave at that particular moment in history? Who, like, famous people,
like the Spiro Agnew one, that cemetery. Maybe eventually do more of a tour of it, showing some of the more unique graves. And like I mentioned to you, with the Spiro Agnew one, I would try to find some pictures that was taken of his funeral, especially when he actually got buried, and because there had been some famous people there, and maybe go there and try to stand about where the photographer stood and take some pictures, and then show the picture of the funeral and show yours and show how it's changed and how it looks. You know, people do those type of things, and I think that's kind of
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Because
I'm sure Richard Nixon must have been there. So you could show maybe find a picture of him there, and then take a picture about where you think the cameraman was at the same angle, and then you could show that. You know, have like a transition for the photo of the funeral when he was being buried, and then have it like transition to today, and you know, it looks cool.
Yeah, but like I said, I got to learn how to do all that. I mean, I finally figured out how to edit, like chop a video up. So I'm messing around. I'm gonna be getting a new laptop soon because, like I told you, I'm using everything on my phone because my old one's all messed up. But once I get a new laptop, I'm gonna get new editing software and start messing around with it. Just make random videos and test it out.
If you get a laptop, make sure you get one that's specially done for video editing. Don't get a cheaper laptop, because that's a mistake I made for many years, and I had so much trouble. It would take forever to save, and it's just like, I bought this computer 3 years ago. It's a desktop one; it's not a laptop. But this computer is specially made for video editing, and it helped me so much. And because it has a higher processing power, the memory's lower, but the processing power is much better. And it just saved me so much aggravation. So if you go through the use of the laptop, personally, I would suggest you buy the laptop, but you also should get a desktop one as well. To have both of them would be a good tool, especially if you ever want to do any traveling, because then you could take the laptop with you. You know what I mean?
Hey, Callie, how you doing today, Isaac? Hope everything's good with you today. Yeah, I think you're right, Mike.
I was going to say, when they pop up on the screen there, do they pop up automatically, or do you select it and have it pop up?
No, they leave a comment. Like, you can see. I don't know if you can see the comments, but
yeah,
they leave a comment, and then I can click on the actual comment. Like this one here, I can click on it myself, and it pulls it up on the screen. So you got to click on it on yourself. I don't think you can click on it because it's my channel, but you can pick up people's comments and put it on the screen. Like if you have yours or somebody, you can click. All you got to do is touch it, and then it pops it up.
Okay. Well, I actually don't see their comments in the StreamYard browser, but I only see it if I go to YouTube and I bring up the live stream through there.
Yeah. Let's see.
Which I figure that's probably how it worked.
I think so. Yeah.
What you see is different from what I see.
Yeah. Oh, so you're on lunch break? What are you eating today, Isaac? Isaac eats a whole bunch of. You should see his channel. He's pretty good too. Hey, Isaac. I had a cookie today. I went to the local restaurant. I had a buffalo chicken sandwich, a buffalo Caesar wrap, and the cookie now. Oh, yeah, Taco Bell. Yeah, it's Taco Bell. Do you have Taco Bell down you, Mike? I can't remember. You have Taco Bell?
Yeah, we have several of them around here. I haven't been to Taco Bell in a while, but I always like going there. When I lived up north, there was only like one Taco Bell anywhere near us, and my mom would only take me there once a year, but she always hated that food, and I'd get really excited. They used to have, maybe they still do, this like 12 taco box. So I would literally go there and be enthusiastic. I would eat all 12 tacos. Now she likes that. Now she likes that food. They have Taco Bell all over here. You ever see that running joke that people joke about? You know, someone's been to Taco Bell where they're running to the bathroom, and they'll show.
There you go, Isaac.
They'll show a clip of a pipe that's gushing like muddy water coming out.
Isaac says, "I got now. You got to use the bathroom."
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Isaac, that was half of the cookie. I already ate half of it. He said, "Very true, very true, 100%." Definitely. Yeah, it's funny how like some fast food, like you can tell it's trash. Like you you eat something and then you gotta literally go right to the bathroom. It's like, what the hell? I just ate.
Yeah,
Like,
because there's so much like chemicals and salt and grease in it. Because I mean, obviously, it's not 5-star dining. It's not like the best ingredients. They want to make it as cheap as possible. And fast food is gotten cheaper, not cheaper for us, but I think more cheaper ingredients than it was 30 years ago, and also smaller portions like a Big Mac at McDonald's. A Big Mac now compared to 30 years ago is very different. They used to be a lot bigger, you know. And they used to have like you could supersize something, and they got rid of a lot of that because I think they saved money, but also a lot of those health. I hate to use the term. I don't want anyone. Those health nuts kind of pushed him into doing it. Like when you get happy, you used to get like a little bag of cookies. You can't even get that anymore. So they took things away, made portions smaller, and then they charge you even more.
Yeah, I know.
They act like they're doing you a favor.
Yeah, I know.
They're not doing us a favor. They're doing themselves a favor. Like,
yeah, I know.
Now you go to McDonald's, and like we went to McDonald's recently for Mom and I, and we get a combo and everything, and then we're end up spending, especially if you get something extra, $25, $30.
Oh yeah.
And
I know that's ridiculous.
This is nuts. It's McDonald's. You might as well go to a regular sit-down restaurant. You're basically spending the same amount. And even if it's a little bit more, you get better quality food, and at least you can have a waitress and everything. In McDonald's, they're doing away with the fountain beverage machine. So
I heard that. That's ridiculous.
Free refills. I've seen some McDonald's where the fountain beverage machine's already gone. And that's one of the reasons why you'd go to some place like that, to get another refill. So I'm definitely not going to go. If they get rid of free refills at a place like that, I'm not going to go there anymore.
Yeah, I know. But I want to say hi. I'm going to say hi. Hey, Chance, thanks for joining in right now, man. Yeah, I would, like you said, that refill is a part of the thing. Like you said, you want to eat, you drink some, and then before you leave, you want to get another drink, take it with you. It's like, what the hell?
Because someone like me, I drink a lot, and I could fill up my cup there, especially if I'm there for 25 minutes, half an hour, taking my time, like 3 times, and that is part of the experience to have that free refill, and they do away with it. It's not worth it, and then they raise the price of drinks too.
Yeah, I know.
I'll be right back. I gotta go to the little boy's room.
All right, let me take you off screen. But so, how you guys doing? How you doing, Chance? You doing pretty good? Been a while. I don't know if you saw a Chance, but I showed Isaac. I showed him my chocolate chip cookie. I ate half of it already. And then I got pick up Hideki Matsui for the 2018 set. Godzilla. Robin Yount for the 2014 set. Yes, I did, Chance. I went on the first day of early voting. Early voting with me and my uncle. We waited about 25 minutes in line. So, did you vote? And if you did, how long did you wait, Chance? Or are you waiting for election day? So thanks, Chance. Yeah, they were nice. So I saw them, picked them up. So, glad to have them in the collection. Who else did I get? Let's see. My favorite pitcher, Grayson Rodriguez, the 2024 Tops is number 2 out of 50, and I paid a whopping $3.40 for it. So that's can't beat that. What else did I get? Let's see. I showed off on if you wasn't here, but I got a whole bunch of TTMs that I got in the mail. Most of them are Air Force generals. Not yet, unfortunately. I live in Colorado, a Democratic state. Yeah, same here. I live in obviously, Maryland, and it's like Democrat, but I still vote anyway. Because even though we don't have a chance here to vote, but I still think it's important to go out and vote anyway. But Tuesday's the day, so if you haven't got out, go vote. It's important. Rather you think you might be not really worth your time, but it's still important. Thanks, Isaac. Yeah, I'm getting there on my sets. Still a long way to go, but slowly but surely, I'm picking up more and more of them. I'm gonna be making another video soon of my 2016 Gypsy Queen. I don't have many of them, but I'll be posting a video of that soon. So that's what I got of the 2016 set. And then I picked up another roll of Forever stamps, so I'll be sending out 50 requests soon too. So 50 more requests be going out soon. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, I'm back.
All right, let me put you on the big screen. Yeah, we were just talking about my Gypsy Queen and stuff like that. So, and then talk about that, but I'm not going to talk with you here because you don't like. But
yeah, I see. But talking about some political things. What is your friend?
Yeah, he
think?
just asked me.
How do they think?
Chancey. Oh no, Chancey said because he's in Colorado. He said a Democrat state too. He's unfortunately, you don't think he didn't vote yet. I told him how I voted early. He says hopefully Trump. I'm going to say it. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm just going to say it here and that's it. But he hopes Trump wins too because he said last 4 years were terrible. So hopefully, you don't want to comment on it. But if you don't want, but he wants that. He wants like me. But
yeah, I've been to Colorado Springs. It is definitely a beautiful state. Did a little bit of filming there, but not too much.
What states would you like to go to if you could go? If you could go. What top states if you could pick 2 states, what's 2 states would you go to film?
That's hard. I would like to go back to Colorado because like I told you before, I went there because my brother's funeral, so it wasn't a positive thing. I like to go there again for a more positive reason. Colorado would be one. Alaska would be another. Probably Hawaii and California would be another couple. Maybe Texas, definitely. I mean, I'd love to go to every state because there's all these things I'd like to check out. So those would be some of my top ones.
Yeah, for me, like I said, it'd be Florida just because it's Florida, Everything's a lot of things in Florida. Florida, like you said, then I would like the Texas too because I would like to see the Alamo and all the historic stuff down there.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in Texas. I've seen some YouTubers. I've seen some YouTubers who upload like every day. They spend weeks in there vlogging different things.
Texas, and then I probably would even Pennsylvania again because Pennsylvania has a lot of stuff in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, like Gettysburg.
That's a big state. Yeah, I really need to get up there and film that. Cause I live about an hour and maybe hour and a half, maybe from there. I would need to really go up there and start to film, even if I did a drive-through, because you have the tours where you can drive through, you can walk through, and the drive tour would be interesting too. Mm-hmm. And get out and take a picture of the monuments, like stuff like that. But it'd be pretty neat.
I've been to Gettysburg, but I was only there at night, and we drove through and stopped at a McDonald's, and then we left. So I never got to see much of it at all.
Yeah.
Oh,
I would like to take a picture or two, like if just own it, just because it's old and pretty unique, iconic, but like the Golden Gate Bridge and like the Brooklyn Bridge, like the two totally different. Like the Brooklyn Bridge because it's so old, and then the Golden Gate Bridge because it's so iconic too. That'd be pretty neat.
do they have much Civil War stuff around you?
Basically just in Gettysburg and then up in Antietam. I don't know if you ever heard of that, Antietam, which is
I've
like
heard
the
of it.
bloodiest battle of the Civil War. So that's pretty unique. So, but thanks, Isaac, for jumping in. He says he got to go. He got to go back to work. But thanks for jumping in, Isaac. I catch you later. Hopefully, one day soon you can come on mine. And if you want to do a live stream, I meant to do it with you before, but a lot of stuff been going on. But if you ever want to come on mine, or if you want me to come on yours, just text me. But thanks again, man.
If you like Civil War stuff, here is a. Let me see.
Hold on. Let me make.
I gotta flip to the other.
I
got a couple.
made it big, so.
Civil War.
Oh, nice. Nice.
I got another one here. It's the same one.
Oh, nice.
And surprisingly, they're a lot heavier than you think. This little item.
Yeah, I think I got one or two somewhere, but.
Yeah, I picked these up. I picked these up at a fossil convention I went to. Someone was selling them, and I'd never seen them before in person. I thought, I'm going to go get a couple. I ended up getting a couple. I think they're pretty cool. So some metal detecting person dug that up somewheres.
Yeah.
And, now it's mine. And the thing is, with these bullets, you never know. These could have actually killed someone. You never know.
Yeah.
But
like you said, I think I got one. I know I got at least one somewhere. I might have two, but one I think I found myself. I metal detected and found one. I found one. I dug it up and found it. So that's pretty cool.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah. And then the other one, I don't know where I got it. I must have bought it somewhere when I was younger. But so, like you said, think about it. Like how old that bullet, like the Civil War bullet, last time somebody, I mean, other than people selling it and stuff, but like the one I found, it was the last time somebody held it was when the battle was going on.
Yeah, that's because I watched some metal detecting videos, and they would find those bullets from time to time, and and they mentioned it. They would hold in their hand. When was the last time someone held it? Was the one that fired it, and then if that bullet actually killed someone, then that person would have been the last one to physically touch it themselves. So think about it. It's kind of a morbid history. But it's interesting to think about it that way.
Yeah. Think about as old that is. Like if you go to like some other countries like England, could you imagine if you like through that history, like metal detector over there, how old that goes back?
Yeah, they could find because they still find some Roman coins in England. So you're talking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, over 1,000 years sometimes. So definitely.
But like Chance, if you don't know Chance, but he was talking about Cambodia before. Like, I don't want to metal detect over there, metal detect over in Cambodia because it's like landmines,
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
Like he dug up and it's like, oh.
Yeah, but there's some places. There's a lot of them still there. Those things sometimes will last a really long time.
Yeah, I know. It'd be like even in England, they still find World War II bombs. It's like what the
when they're doing construction. And sometimes they still explode. So
I know.
I mean, there's some places in England there you got to be careful where you're digging around because it could be kaboomy.
Yeah, you'd be going out to have fun and be like, now you'd be part of history too. Then.
Mm-hmm.
But have you ever tried metal detecting before? Did you ever go?
I have a metal detector. I did some. The metal detector I have is really crappy. My mom got it for me back in the 90s. It's a Radio Shack brand one. I really want to get a nice one. I just can't afford it right now. I was looking at something like the Garrett, like AT Pro.
Yeah. That's a good one.
When I looked up one years ago, it was like $600. I'm not sure if it's like the same thing, but I really want to get a better one like that and do some videos. I might just do some with my cheapy one, see how it goes. I need
Know what else you could try?
I need to get one of those pointer ones, the little one that's kind of like a pen.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I have that. Yeah.
it's easier to find it.
Know what else I was gonna try too is I don't know if you ever heard of it, but magnet fishing. You know where they get like a big magnet and they throw it over.
I actually bought a magnet. It's not a very good one. I got it like Harbor Freight Tools. But I've seen those magnet fishing videos, and sometimes they find some cool stuff. Sometimes some coins and everything. Of course, not everything is magnetic, but they find definitely cool stuff sometimes.
Yeah, because like you said, you can find like potentially where you are, you can find like helmets and stuff if you're in that area, like because they made out of metal. If you can find like a good place.
Yeah, definitely.
Like swords. I saw people where they found swords and everything.
Yeah, some found like old muskets and everything.
Yeah. Too bad too bad gold and silver is not magnetic. Cause that'd be awesome if you could go like somewhere like a Colorado River, and go find all the gold. That'd be awesome.
Some people go on the beaches, especially here in Florida, and they still find some like Spanish gold coins and stuff sometimes.
Yeah. And also the beaches are good for like regular, even not if you're not looking for old stuff. Like you said, after spring break or something, people would detect it because they find like gold jewelry, like gold rings, necklaces, and everything. Because people with spring breakers lose all that. I mean,
yeah, some places, some of the cities, they actually clean the beach. They use like a scoop and they take all the metal stuff out.
Oh wow! I would like to have that job. You can keep what they go, man. I found.
Yes, you find some good stuff, I'm sure.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I didn't find any rings. I didn't find any necklaces. Sorry.
There's this YouTuber. I don't watch him as much anymore. Once in a while, called Nugget Noggin, and he usually finds a lot of cool stuff. And he does a lot of research because he lives in, I think, North Carolina, and he'll go in old maps and find the locations of like former houses and homesteads, like in the woods that they're not there anymore. And he will go to these places. He'll find where the house was, and he'll metal detect around it, and he'll find usually stuff that they left there. If the house maybe been gone for 100 years, they existed during a time when they used a lot of silver coins. He'll find a lot of silver coins and Indian head pennies and stuff like that.
Or even broken spoons, because some of them were silver. Broken.
Yeah,
because they threw everything over the cliff. Back then they didn't have a dump; they just threw it over the hill usually.
Yeah, especially some like those really old like dumps. He will find stuff, and there's some like bottle dumps that sometimes YouTubers like him will go. They find the locations for, and there's literally like old bottles just lying on the ground, and you'll go digging. You could find some of them are worth quite a bit of money too because they're rare.
Yeah, I know. It's funny how it's not even old stuff. Like when I took stuff to the dump because, like you said, I'm moving, so it's just like watching people throw away stuff. It's like how much money they dump every single day. It's like it's rarely throwing that good stuff away. It's like how in the hell that you can get some money for that? It's, like people throw everything away. I mean, that's like I don't know. It's like me if I saw like somebody throw a bunch of baseball cards away. It's like how in the hell?
Yeah, I've watched some dumpster diver curbside scavenger videos, and the amount of stuff that some places throw out. Like this one guy found a whole NASCAR collection of different cards and figures. One time he found a whole bunch of old like Boy Scout stuff from the 70s. And
wow.
during those patches, he just threw it out. Sometimes they find like whole boxes of like old photographs from like the 40s. Just
that's what gets me, that stuff. Yeah, I know. I hate that.
It shows that either there's no family or the family that's still there doesn't give a damn about their history and they just toss it. But yeah.
And that makes me sick.
They
Yeah.
find good stuff, and sometimes whole stock of like unopened boxes of merchandise.
Yeah.
And, and you know, at construction sites, the amount
Oh
of
yeah.
material they throw out, even brand new stuff, sometimes used
Yeah.
box
No.
tiles and unused pieces of lumber. It's such a waste of money
Yeah. No.
stuff. It's just
Yeah.
a big waste.
Yeah. No. It's ridiculous. Like just how much stuff they actually like you said, stuff that's like, oh no, some stuff like actually worth money. Like I had a friend that used to go to the dump, and he's like, kind of hides a little bit. It's like he actually saved a whole bunch of records before because somebody was going to throw out a whole bunch of records, but technically the guy didn't throw it out yet, so he wasn't technically scavenging or whatever, like at the thing. So they gave like he took all the guy's records instead of that guy throwing them away. He saved them. He did, you know.
Yeah, it's sad because there's a lot of cool stuff that someone would definitely want to have.
Yeah, and like I feel like you never watch those First Amendment auditor stuff, you know, where the people that go around filming stuff.
Maybe I might have seen a few videos like that.
But basically, what they do, they go on public property where they know they're allowed to be and film stuff. I feel like going to the county dump and just stand there and watch the film, and then somebody's getting ready to throw something good away, say, "Let me have it," because you technically allowed to stand on the property because it's public property as long as you're not in the way, you know, because it's public property. You know, it's like I'm doing an audit. You know, let me stand here. I'm standing here to make sure nobody throws anything good away. And technically, it's not scavenging until the person throws that stuff away. So, like, if they say, "Oh, if you go up and say, let me have it," and don't throw that away, it's technically not scavenging because the guy never technically threw it away yet. You know?
Yeah, but even if they technically do throw it away, no one really should complain because it's garbage. No one wants it. You should be able to take it.
Yeah, I know. Because
You can't.
like it's just
You
like
can't be. Well, I was going to say you can't be accused of stealing it if it's garbage.
exactly. Yeah, I know. And then plus, it's still on public property because the dump is still like or at least in my particular case, the dump is run by the county, which is public property. As long as I'm not going in any restricted areas, like, and technically I'm allowed to walk anywhere as long as it's not trespassing or anything, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, I don't know how that would go out because, like I said, my county dump is public, so they can say, "Oh, you trespassing," and it's like, "No, not really, because it's county property, and you're not going behind any restricted areas." So, I mean, technically, if you wanted, I'm not going to do it because I'm not a fighter like that, but technically, I'll be interested to see how that would play out in a court, you know, because technically, you're not breaking any laws, you know.
Well, I know some people saying that post offices are public property too, and you're legally allowed
Yeah,
to film. I know some
they
people
do.
do that, and they have trouble with the people work there saying, "No, you can't film in a post office when you technically could." You know, there's some
Yeah,
people there and just to cause a fight and want to film it. I mean, I'm not one to go do that. It just is not worth it.
yeah, me neither. Yeah,
Yeah,
not me neither. Yeah,
I'm not a confrontational person. I'm not afraid. I won't back down, but I don't go
yeah,
looking for trouble.
yeah,
I'll stand.
exactly. That's how I am. Yeah,
I mean, I'll stand up to it if it comes to me. I just don't go
yeah,
looking for it. I
yeah,
mean,
that's how I am.
some
Yeah.
might do it, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Because, like I said, it's just a shame what they throw away. Because, like I said, I mean, like I watched some of those videos too, and it's like, really, did he really throw that away? Like how? I mean, like I said, so many people could use some of the stuff. Like some of the bicycles that they have different locations for drop offs. Like that, you should see the bikes that people throw away. Some of them look brand new. It's like I could use that, you know?
Yeah, I've seen that. Like, there's this one YouTuber I watched called Mike the Scavenger, and the amount of really cool stuff he finds, it's just amazing to me. And you're right, sometimes he finds a lot of bikes, especially when he does the curbside stuff. And some of them, of course, are crap, but some of them are really
Yeah,
nice. And sometimes some
yeah,
really old ones, too, that I'm
yeah,
sure
old
is worth
ones.
a bit of money.
And what gets me is like you said, they say no scavenging, but like I guarantee some of the rookers take stuff anyway, so they scavenging.
Oh,
You
I'm sure
know?
they do.
So I mean, you're saying I'm taking it, you taking it. Because I would like that's when I would like to have one of those people that actually do auditors test that because, like I said, it is county in my state. Like they said, oh, you can't film. It's like, sure I can. It's public property. I'm not behind no restricted areas. I just curious how that would play out. Like I said, I'm not the kind of guy that do it because I'm not confrontational like that. But I would like the people that actually do it for a living see how if they can get away with something like that. Because like you said, it's not behind a restricted area and it is public. So I would say see how that work out.
Yeah, it would be interesting to find that out.
But like I said, those people that do it for a living, they know every single law. Like they don't just go in there. Oh, I think it's public property and just walk in there because that's when you can get in trouble. But they know every single law that they're gonna do before they go there to make sure they know they're 100% right. Because that way, if something happens, they got everything covered.
True.
But yeah, I do like when you post those videos too, the short ones. Like if you ride by and you see stuff on us, like you do couples, you see stuff like people threw away and you sometimes stop.
Yeah, I did a few of them, but nothing like too in depth. I've thought about doing.
Yeah, I
know. You just gotta be careful with some of that dumpster diving because.
Yeah, I wouldn't get in it, but yeah.
Well, neither would I. I could get in it, but I probably would not be able to get out because I'm out of shape. But there is some places that has laws against it doing that.
How about this, Mike? What do you think?
Go ahead.
What do you think? What do you think about this? Because Florida, some parts of Florida is kind of wealthy. I don't know, like on trash night. When people put stuff to the curb, people drive through the communities and look for stuff. Well,
I'm sure they do. I've seen. I mean, there's been trucks that drive through this neighborhood, and it's scavengers, and they'll pick up metal pieces and appliances and stuff all the time. So I'm sure some more wealthier places like Palm Springs or something, like where Trump is, like Mar-a-Lago. I'm sure there's people check out those expensive places all the time.
Yeah, can you imagine he went down to Mar-a-Lago and he found a whole bunch of like old portraits? It's like he decorating his place. Like, oh man. I got to just get rid of it.
I'm willing to bet his dumpsters you probably can't get very close to it all.
Yeah, no, I guarantee you not. Yeah, because even like some of his snacking for his club probably people put on eBay. Because it's a Mar-a-Lago snacking. Be like, I want that.
Yeah, it's it. Like I remember this story. I remember seeing this video. I think it was Britney Spears. I think it was. She was chewing some gum. And she spit it out in a garbage can. Some guy filmed it, went in there, got the gum, and put it like eBay and sold it for money.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
And it amazes me what some people would buy. I bet if they could get some of her poop, they would buy it. I mean, it's not my thing. I don't care about use chewing gum from Britney Spears or anyone else. But some people are some people are into some really weird stuff. It's just not me.
Only thing I would like is like basically what I would like is like, could you imagine if you had like you went somewhere like a president or or whatever, like the actual writing pens that they used and then they threw it away. I take the pens.
Yeah, they have. Well, sometimes you could buy pens that the presidents use to sign bills in the law. I've seen some on eBay. You can get them, and they'll usually come with proof of it. Because sometimes they give them away. Sometimes you could buy them from people who got them. Yeah, I've been the same. Some from like a president that they used. I would only a pen, maybe a tie. It's about the closest thing I'd want to a used item from a president.
Yeah, that like I would like to have something with the letterhead on it. Like I got Mike Pence's autograph on it, like the vice president letterhead. He signed it for me, but I would like to have like something with the emblem on it, like the president or vice president actually on it, like something that they had in their office. That'd be pretty neat.
Yeah, it would be.
Just because how many people have that? It's like. there's only one president at a time, so have something that belonged to them inside the White House is pretty neat, you know.
Hmm.
It'd be like having like John F. Kennedy's or something like cigar box or something. I seen one of them on like on Roadshow or something.
Yeah, I was just about
Yeah.
the same thing. I remember hearing about someone having that that they had it that was on sale someplace once. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Or maybe it's like his hat when he was doing his sailboat thing, something like that.
Yeah.
And I know that there's some museums where you can see like Lincoln's like rocking chair, or no, it was Kennedy's rocking chair. You saw one where it had like Lincoln's like top hat and stuff on him.
Yeah, top hat, yeah. It's just like, and think about how much stuff like changed too. Like the ones that in the office now, a lot of stuff. I mean, sure, a lot of stuff gets kept, but a lot of it gets like just lost anyway. Because like I said, how many like the regular stuff now, like the jeans that they have, this mass produced, it's just regular pair of jeans. You know, they don't keep that; they just throw them out probably. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like a suit. Like the suit they have, they don't like Don like he don't think he's gonna keep all his suits. A lot of them be just thrown away. I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
I'm sure some suits from like Trump or Biden will go into a museum somewheres, but yeah, I mean a lot of them
everyday
just
suit, you
not going
know,
to keep.
like the big dates, like his inauguration suit, probably, and like stuff like that's probably saved. But like everyday suits not going to be saved, you know.
It'll be interesting where they do Trump's presidential museum. Um, are they going to do it in New York, or are they going to do it down here?
I think they're
Um,
going to do it in Florida. I
I
think
think
if I had to
so
bet,
too, because that's where his official residence is now. Is in
if
Florida.
New York don't really like them, so I don't think I.
No, they don't. So I don't think he'll put it there. But well, who knows? I mean, um, if he doesn't win, we'll should hear about that sooner. But if he does win, you won't hear anything about presidential museum happening until after. Because normally those things don't even get built until like a couple years after they leave office. Because I don't think
Because
they.
I don't even think because I don't even think Obama's is complete yet, is it?
I don't think so. I was just thinking about that. I don't even think they started it for like 2 or 3 years after he left office. So I don't even
Because I
think.
haven't heard anything.
Yeah, I don't even think his is fully done yet, but I'm not sure. I just haven't looked
Yeah,
into it. But I
because
know
I heard someone talking about it, but never
because
heard if it was complete.
they have to raise money and all that, and it takes hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars to build these places.
Yeah,
I really want to
I
go
would
to
like
one.
to.
I would love to go to a presidential museum like that. I've never been to one. The closest one is Carter's, but even that's all the way up in Georgia, and that's a pretty long drive for me.
Yeah, Georgia. Yeah, isn't it Plains, Georgia? I think it's Plains, Georgia, isn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't that many years ago when he was healthier. You used to be able to see him because there was this church he would go to every Sunday.
Oh
Him and his
yeah,
wife would be there, and he used to be able to go there and meet him after the service and
get
everything,
pictures.
and
Yeah,
picture with him and stuff. They don't, obviously, for obvious reasons, that's no longer done. His wife's deceased. He's in
yeah,
hospice care.
yeah,
He's 100 years old now. He looks horrible.
yeah. I know. I saw him. Yeah, I know.
Compared to a few years ago, and now he's really gone downhill, but he's still hanging in there.
Yeah, I know. He looked bad. Like he was in that chair when I saw him. Like he pushed him around. I mean, he didn't even know where he was. I don't think.
And if I didn't know from the picture that was Carter, I would not have recognized him.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's. Oh no, this like they don't have anything for vice president. I guess maybe some of them they do, but they don't have places for. I guess the vice president has like colleges or something, right? Maybe
Yeah, there's probably
like
some
a
places.
wing,
There's some places, probably like universities, that might have an
like a
institute,
wing or something.
wing or
Yeah,
an institute or something for them, but they don't have their own libraries. I always, I
yeah,
always, I always thought they should, because they do
yeah,
a lot of stuff. They do have a pretty distinguished career leading up to that, so maybe they should have vice presidential libraries, or at least smaller
A museum. Yeah.
museum dedicated to just them.
Yeah.
Maybe one day we'll see that, but not right now.
Yeah. Because it's not important vice presidents too, but like Rockefeller, a whole bunch of them. You know.
Yeah, Rockefeller, Cheney was pretty important when he was VP.
Yeah. Whole bunch of them.
Yeah, it all depends, especially if they end up becoming president. But then, of course, they would get their own thing anyways. But yeah,
Presidential. Yeah. Yeah. But like I said, I guess maybe what they should do is they should have at least like a vice president museum. You know, like combine them all, maybe like in DC or something.
yeah, I thought about that too. I'm surprised they haven't done anything like that. Maybe one day they will, because there's a lot of history involved in
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Because there's actually been more vice presidents than there were presidents, I think. You know.
Yeah, because someone like Roosevelt, he had what? He had like 3 or 4 VPs. Lincoln had a couple of them.
And then if Trump wins, he would have 2 because of different vice president, you know. So that's 2 for one president.
Yeah, Pence.
You know, like
Pence and then Vance.
yeah, so it'd be 2 different ones. Yeah. And then the old ones back, like Shula Kofax or whatever his name was, like some of them had like multiple ones because like they just died or they just stay for the second term, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But nothing else. It's been 2 hours and 11 minutes, Mike. I'm getting tired, so. But I want to. Anything you want to say before we get off? Like anything? I guess because a couple people's on here. Just quickly, if I know we said it at the beginning, but just some people don't know who you are. Can you just give a quick up about your channel again, like so people know who you are?
Yeah, sure. My channel's called The Presidential Tourist. I've been on YouTube for almost 12 years. I don't stay on just like one particular subject. I do a variety channel, but the main areas I hit are theme park and related attractions, museums, historical stuff. I do a lot of food reviews, restaurant reviews, drink reviews, especially like Mountain Dew, but different pops. I do some abandoned places, some filming locations, some miscellaneous stuff. That's what I really do. I guess I just do a variety of things. But that's it for now. I may be expanding to some other areas. Most of what I do is based in Central Florida. I've done a little bit outside of Florida, but not a lot. Eventually, I'm going to do more that just doesn't involve Florida stuff, like out of Florida, but that's down the road. As some of you may know, my mom lives with me. She lives with me. I don't live with her. There's a difference, and I take care of her, and she has a lot of health issues. So obviously, she's the priority. She comes first before anything. But so yeah, I do a variety of stuff.
And if you guys don't, like I said, I would appreciate you guys if you took the time, just even if I would check out his channel because I think it is pretty interesting. Like especially if you have like, because he does a music like a lot of his. He just did a whole bunch of videos on haunted houses and stuff like that. That's really interesting. So if you guys could, I would really appreciate if you guys could at least go over there and check him out. And if you like give him a support because he has. What are you close? You're almost up to 7,000. You said earlier, right? So he's a bigger channel. So
yeah, actually, let's see. I could tell you what I am because I've been gaining a lot lately. I've gained over. I gained like almost 1,500 subscribers this past month. Yeah, I'm almost at 7. I'm at 6,821 at the moment. So I'm definitely getting up there. It actually gives me a little bit of hope that I might make it to that 100,000 sub mark so I get the silver play button reward. Who knows?
Now that'd be awesome if you get that one day. That'd be awesome. I would love to see what that looks like. Cool. You deserve that. Yeah.
Well, thanks. I appreciate it. Interestingly, when I first started YouTube, they had that, but it looked very different. I mean, now it's more fancier looking than what it did then.
Yeah, it is.
I kind of wish I could get like the old design because that's how it was when I started. But the current design is
Yeah.
pretty cool looking too.
So what is it? Like 100,000 you get a plaque, and then what? 1,000,000 or something?
You get it
Oh,
at
what?
different.
We
You get it,
changed it. Yeah.
yeah, you get it at different sets. I know 100,000 is the first one. It might be a different one at 1,000,000, and then when you reach certain milestones, you get another one and then another one. I don't know what the highest one you can get because there's some YouTubers out there who has like almost 100 million subs, which
That's
is,
ridiculous.
is crazy to me to think about it.
Yeah, I know.
And
Yeah, I know.
the amount of money they make is a lot. I mean, they make many millions of dollars every year. I don't know what the highest one is. I think it's like platinum or diamond or something. I don't know. I've seen a few videos where they got in it and some pictures at least. And
Yeah.
it looks really
Yeah.
cool. But I don't even think about ever getting one of those because
Yeah, no, yeah, 'cause I'm definitely not. I'm not even, yeah.
it's very rare, and it's just not going to happen. You know, I mean, not very many
Yeah.
YouTubers get that high. You have to be really lucky and successful. But I do hope to one day at least get the silver one, which is the 100,000 mark. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, that'd be good for you. Yeah, I hope you get that. You know, that'd be nice because, you know, they're nice. I wish you the best in that because it seems like, though, once you get more, like, it's like anything, though. Once if you got almost 7, it seems like it took you so long to get to 1, and then it, like, once you get that one, it kind of goes faster. The bigger you get, the more subs you get. I mean,
yeah. The more
once you get up that point.
Yeah, the more you get, the faster it comes because you get more attention, you get more views.
Yeah.
Is the algorithm.
And people just want to subscribe because everybody else is subscribing. You know,
That's
it's like
true.
anything. You say, oh, he has 50 million people. I'm joining. You know.
Yeah, so he must be doing something right.
Yeah. But again, I appreciate you coming on, Mike. Hopefully one day, maybe off stream or something, if you want me to help you test out yours or go live on yours, see how it goes. Just let me know because I'm pretty much available anytime. So just let me know, you know.
Okay. Yeah, I do want to try that soon because I haven't done it and I really want to. Oh,
and even
wait. Mom's coming to say hi. We're live, okay?
Oh, okay. Hi.
Hello.
I come to say hi. Move over there.
Yeah, I was just about
Hey.
to close off too.
Wait. Yeah.
Hey, how you?
What's this?
Yeah, he has a little bit of scruff.
Gruff.
That guy, I did shave. I did shave.
Wait till you start.
Yeah, I used to have a lot bigger beard, and I mean, big one. But I've tried growing it again in recent years. But when it gets to a certain point, it just gets so itchy. I just can't stand it. So I have to
itchy.
Yeah,
no, itchy. I'm gonna probably shave.
He had one down here. I thought somebody was going to shoot him for
yeah.
television.
Oh wow!
It was a big one, and it's just I just
wow.
I got used to it. They say you could buy beard oil and it won't be itching you, but
But he dropped food in there.
Yeah, I'm kind of too lazy.
Yeah, and that's what I don't like about it. Yeah, I know.
And if you have a girlfriend, I never liked it. Well, my other half, it's like a grill pad.
Well, some women like hairy guys.
On their body, not on their face. So how you been? How you been?
Good. I've been doing all right. I was telling him about my thing. He's been doing that haunted houses thing. We was talking about that earlier.
Oh,
and he asked me if I could do it. He asked me if I could do that. He said, you know, how about me? I have trouble walking, so it's not too good for me.
Wheelchair won't fit in some of them.
Yeah, I know. That's what you're saying.
Really tough.
Yeah, I went to the Legoland haunt.
No. It was Gatorland.
Gatorland.
And that was made to be more accessible. And even that was getting her scooter through.
It was bad. people.
And these independent haunts, it would have been very hard.
Yeah, the halls are narrow
for her to get through.
I'm meaty.
Yeah. Yeah.
My
wheelchairs is kind of hard. Even like on canes is kind of hard for that kind of stuff.
Yes, it is,
because like I said, you got to watch where you walk.
Yeah, it's uneven. Then you get the delusion, water,
and the strobe light and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, this last one, the last haunted house I went through, at the very end, they had this thing. How do I describe it? It was like these two, like giant balloons that press against each other, and you had to like squeeze through it.
Oh wow!
And I don't know how that would go with a wheelchair or a scooter
or me.
Oh wow!
Because
me either. Yeah, no.
I think it would like catch on and it would be difficult.
You wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that is surprising though.
And you wobbly.
That is surprising though. They don't make like more like for like haunted houses for like more people too that are in wheelchairs and stuff, like wider ones too. Like even if it's special. I mean, I know the regular ones take so much time, but you think they would make it some of them more wider too, at least. You know.
Well, I bet some of the ones that's done by like Universal Studios, for instance.
Yeah, that would be.
I'm willing to bet you those are more wheelchair accessible than some of the independent ones. I mean, I'm not saying like any of the independent ones I went to, you can't get through it with a wheelchair. It just would be
tough.
Very difficult. And then some of them are like outside through like woodsy areas and stuff. And
uneven,
and there's
dirt.
Yeah, uneven. Yeah.
Wheelchairs don't go over grass very well. And I tried pushing on like sand, and it's like getting stuck in concrete.
Not with.
Oh yeah.
No.
Is it true though? Like for wheelchairs, they do sell like wider wheels.
Yeah, they sell some that's made to go on sand.
A lot more money.
But it's probably I don't know how much. It's probably more money because they're a lot wider and it gives you more traction. So that is an option. I know some public beaches will have like a path that you could roll like a wheelchair on down into the beach. But obviously, once you get into the sand, it's not going to go unless you have those bigger wheels because it just sinks in.
Did you think about scooter?
Yeah, because I don't know. Mike, you can tell her rest about what I told you about the doctor if you remember. But yeah, I've been looking into that. Because like I said, I told him I'm hopefully be coming down sometime later in 2025. Because I told him I want to get together one day for like the like a weekend or something. So I've been looking at places down there that has places that I can rent because I definitely want to. I told him I want to go to Cape Canaveral, and like he said he would like to go visit one day. So if I give you plenty of time, like. So if I gave like a couple months ahead notice, maybe we can go there, and I would definitely want to rent one or bring my own or something because I definitely could have walked through all that, and someone would want to see that. So
do you go shopping at a grocery store? Electric scooter, you use them?
No, I'm actually if I'm walking in the store, I lean on the shopping cart. I can do that, like because I'm holding on to the shopping cart. You know,
but when you're tired and not up to it, do electric scooter.
Yeah, she uses the one that's and then we have hers that we go to other places that isn't available, and she uses that.
Yeah, that's a story. I've seen them like they have like right at the entrance. You can get on them. You know, they plug them in. They can just get one.
Yeah. What were you going to say?
No, I was just mentioning about how you use those sometimes, and then we have the one that. We drive around that comes in pieces. It fits in the car real easy.
So heavy for him,
but they're still pretty heavy.
Yeah, and sometimes I use the cane. Depends how I feel.
Yeah, that's when I use the cane. Yeah,
and that you say here. Well, can I do it from here to there? You start, which you never thought of before to do.
Like that restaurant video that went up today. When we went there a couple of days ago, she walked in with her cane, and then I held on to her other arm.
Yeah, that held it.
But
I'm unsteady too.
if it was a lot of
Yeah,
walking,
that's how I am. Yeah.
it would have to be the wheelchair or the scooter.
Yeah.
So that's one other thing I want to ask you about. Like when you go into a restaurant, some of them are so crunched together. How do you get in there? Like, do they just put you out like closest to the door, or what do they do?
Usually,
Like you took a wheelchair.
I mean, sometimes she walks in with the cane, then sometimes I use a scooter, or not scooter, the wheelchair.
And sometimes they sit us farther away, or they give us more room. First, they ask you, "You're going to use a scooter," and then can you walk? They ask you that.
Yeah.
Because the wheelchair is hard to go.
Because with a wheelchair, it's always better to get get a table instead of a booth.
Yeah, they accommodate you.
Yeah.
Good with that.
Yeah.
If you want to sit in your scooter and they pull you out, you go up to the table, they'll do that. Whatever you want.
Yeah, they make it easy. Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Now
Because
the bathroom.
that's a pain for me. Yeah.
Sometimes the companion bathroom's good. Then I use a cane to walk in. Or if the grocery store, I won't do that. But I use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always better when they have those bathrooms where they only have the one toilet, because then if I have to, I can go in there and help her with her thing.
Yeah. Like the one's bathroom, yeah.
But sometimes those bathrooms that they like, the older restaurants, are not made for really a wheelchair or scooter. They're pretty tiny.
Oh, yeah. The old ones. Yeah, I've seen them, yeah.
So I use my cane and I wobble in. And then I wobble out, and he stays there waiting for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking earlier about our future plans. We're going to do some of the things around.
Yeah, we're going to do it some. Yeah, what?
Oh, go ahead.
I was telling him, basically, but I have a business. I don't really want to talk too much because I'm not too much about it. But we were talking about off stream. But basically, like on the weekends, I might be able to come down. I'm like plan trips down there every once in a while. So like come down Thursday, stay till like Sunday. I know it's not that big of a time frame, but like I can do it multiple weeks, hopefully. So like come down like Thursday night and stay like till Sunday. We can plan stuff like far out so we know what we're doing. Because if you have that place, you said that place next to you is an Airbnb, right?
Yeah.
Or close by at least.
Yeah.
Maybe I can kind of look at that place.
Yeah. Yeah.
If not, I'll get a hotel somewhere close, but don't matter. But
yeah, there's a lot of places to stay. There's that, and there's so many hotels down here and Airbnbs. With regard to Airbnb, I mean, I knew about those things before.
I didn't.
But when I heard that there was one close to us, I looked up and I was amazed at how many was just in this area.
Yeah. Because I'm sure Florida, because a lot of people visit, like you said, summertime and stuff. So a lot of people probably have, like some people probably, like a lot of people go to Florida, or at least around here, go down there in some time of the year. So they might rent out half of the year and then they go down there the other half. You know?
Yeah, there's people who does like
snowbirds.
Yeah, snowbirds that they're called.
Yeah.
There's who does like time and they'll rent a house or a condo type place sometimes for like 2 months, 3 months, 6 months down here.
Yeah, because while they're gone. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a lot of great places down here.
But yeah, that's one thing I definitely want to do though. If I give you plans, like I definitely want to see Cape Canaveral. And maybe hopefully we can go when it's have like a space launch. That's what I want to see.
That'd be cool. Yeah, we're gonna be doing some different stuff hopefully the next several months. As long as she stays healthy, it all depends on that. Because I told you she has to come first.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because there's some things we didn't do when she got sick and just had to concentrate on her.
I'm okay.
But I'm hoping. As I talked to you a little bit, I don't want to say too much about my future plans.
Yeah.
You know, like overnight trips and stuff. But I don't know when I'm going to do that because there's a lot to plan into it. You know, with her.
Yeah, I know exactly. The dogs.
With her, especially.
And the dogs. Yeah.
Yeah, we got to take care of the dogs too.
Oh yes. Well, we
can't just leave them. You know.
We can put them both.
Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah.
Yeah, Chubbs, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here.
Chubbs.
Come here, Chubbs. Oh,
There,
Chubbs.
Yay!
hey.
Chubbs.
Look at that.
Yeah.
She's a scaredy cat. That's what we should have named her. Even one of those doggies, but she's a scaredy cat.
The other one's down here. I don't want to pick.
Yes.
He's old and
Fragile.
much more fragile.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fragile. Yeah. But yeah, but it was good to see you though. Yeah. Then.
Yeah,
So.
I heard
But I was
them there.
telling,
Did
yeah, I was
you
telling
go?
Mike one day, even
Did
if
you
we
go?
get on here for a private chat sometime.
Yeah, we should do that, and then we could talk more freely about things. She has asked
Yeah.
you if you voted.
Huh?
She just
You
asked.
broke
if you
up,
voted.
Mike.
She was at.
Oh
Mom
yeah,
was
me and my uncle. Oh yeah, me and my uncle went down on the first day of early voting. We went down. So my state it doesn't really matter, but we still decided to go down there because it's important to me. So even though hopefully Mike knows who I like, so so hopefully it works out all right. But I mean,
Oh,
There's only a handful of states where you're not sure how it's going to go.
I know.
yeah, I know. Yeah, I
Not
know.
We're pretty certain how his state's going to go. And I'm pretty certain how this state's going to go.
Yeah, I know.
There's
Yeah,
only
I
a very
know.
small amount of ones.
Oh,
You know how.
this is so bad.
Yeah, I
What-
know. Yeah, I know.
But
But hopefully,
Mom will have. Mom has,
talk it off stream one day. Maybe talk someday. Yeah,
yeah, she has a lot more to
Like-
say about it politically, but we'll talk in a private thing.
yeah, off stream. Yeah, privately. Yeah, privately sometime. Yeah. But
Right.
I'm gonna get off because it has been 2 hours and 30 minutes. So, Mike, but like I said, stay in touch. Like I said, I'm pretty much available anytime. So if you ever want to get on and talk, just let me know, and we can go private, even private. So we don't need to go live. We can just get on and talk between all of us, if
Yeah,
you want. So
I want to practice with this StreamYard thing because there's some people I could interview, but it would have to be through a live stream because it's not convenient to go to where they are. And I want to practice and do some of that. Then I want to be interviewing some YouTubers like yourself about your YouTube experience. And it can only really be
that'd
done
be nice.
on live stream.
Yeah, that's what's good about this. You can, like I said, you can have up to 6, but personally, that's too many because everybody start talking over each other and everything. I think the max I would like is have 3 people because that's not too many. 3 people.
Yeah, 3 or 2. 6 would be just too much. I know some of those Zoom calls, they could have like so many people on there. There's all these like little boxes and everyone's I don't know how they could do that when you have like 20 people in a video chat.
Yeah, no.
Just nuts.
Yeah, that's too much. Yeah, no.
When I used to go to college, we had something like that through some classes, and it was just too much. It got confusing to me.
Yeah.
So you're right. 2 or 3 is really the maximum I think anyone would do.
Yeah, 3. That's what. Yeah.
But yeah,
like I said, any more than that is over talking.
True. But yeah, let's do this again soon. I really need to put my big boy pants on and get going more with the StreamYard thing. I just got to figure out how to connect it to my channel. I'm sure it's not that hard. Just doing it the first time. And then who knows? I may eventually try the paid version, but I don't really need it now. It would be a waste of money to get it.
Once you get used to this, and then if you decide to use it more and more, because it is a good website. Like you said, if you start using it more, then it could pay. Because even they got 3 different levels. I think it's like, and they're not really too expensive. That's what's good about it. Once you get used to it, and you can decide I'm going to eventually upgrade if I get bigger myself, because it is a great tool. But right now, 20 hours a month is good for me.
Yeah. I don't anticipate doing it more than that for a while. And then if I need to, I can always upgrade it. Like I have like 3 years ago, I upgraded my video editing software, and it helps so much compared to what I used to use. So there is benefits to upgrading, but I'm going to wait till then.
Wait.
But let me see, and we'll get together soon and live stream again, and then maybe I could do some more practicing.
Like I said, even if we just do private, because like I said, I would like to talk to you guys in private more about what's going on. I just don't want to talk on here about it. So, because I don't want everybody to know what's going on with certain stuff. But like you guys, I would tell you guys but I don't want to just don't say it on public. But
Yeah,
I appreciate you coming on here, Mike. I appreciate you coming on my channel. So, and it was nice seeing you again too. Yeah.
Yep.
It was good talking to you.
We'll
I'll
see
talk
ya.
to you later, Mike. See
Okay,
ya.
yeah.
Take it easy. Bye.
You too. Bye.